Hey guys, good to see you. Good to see you all. Glad you could make it. Thank you for coming. You guys rock. Tonight I was planning to review that debate from Metaphysics Mike, but I decided against, because I was listening to it today and I was like, it's just not even worth it to go through it because it was so bad. It's the same old story. Metaphysics Mike acts like he knows everything, tries to strawman, and well, frankly, Bryce demolished him on every single turn, and the whole debate was just literally Metaphysics Mike trying to strawman and play semantical games. That was about it, to be honest. So I decided, you know what, let's roll it tonight to do something more productive and have a discussion like we did last night. The Trinity is truth. Woohoo! Well, it's good to see everybody. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you could make it. You guys rock. Please do hit the likes and share the show. I appreciate you all. Hey Michael, good to see you. Derek, what's up, brother? PJ as well, good to see you guys. Glad you could make it. Let me go into Discord and see if anybody's in there, because we should be talking in Discord, obviously. Live stream. Let me get the invite link. Copy. There we go. Pin message. Pin message. And okay, pin message. Okay, everything is good. Hopefully everything is good on your guys' side. Oh man, I'm happy these lights work. My wife got me some lights for the streaming, so I can turn to the Hulk. Can like go all purple. You know, I can go red as well if I really wanted to. We can just you know, do what we need to do. Yeah. What's up, PJ?
We doing, man?
Good, good. All right, let me just get that color up again. There we go. So at least that's clear. How's it going, brother?
Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, the stream I did earlier, the video I did, mad. It was an AI-generated kind of video, but the person behind it must have had a grudge against God. It was about historians now say that Jesus didn't exist. Here's the case against Christ, sort of thing. And it was it put scripture up what Paul says and stuff like that, but missed out the first part of scripture, saying things like Paul says, "Oh, our faith is useless. It's useless. It's not worth anything," sort of thing. And that's what it does say. But at the start of it says, without Christ's resurrection, sort of thing, we're useless. You know what I mean? Our faith is useless.
So it's like almost,
you know,
like
so
a
it was doing
misrepresentation then.
It was a hit piece. It was a bad hit piece, I'm telling you. It really was. It really was. Emma was there, and I think it was Derek there. I can't remember. I don't think Derek was there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty good. It was good because it was good, but it was a good stream because the video was so bad. So easily, debunkable.
But like I'm saying, I wanted to do that review of that debate between Metaphysics Mike and Bryce today. But after listening to it at work, I was like, it's so bad, it's not even worth a review. That's how bad it is.
Right. So you went and watched the rest of it.
I listened to it.
Like.
Yeah, I listened to it today. I was like, no, it's definitely terrible. It's not. It's terrible. It's torture. So I will be, if there's one or two points that I'll take out of there and just make a video on it. I think that's going to be the best. Because to go through all that and listen to that, it was literally just straw man after straw man after straw man and semantical games. That was it.
Right. No doubt.
And by the way, you know my debate I had with my Metaphysics Mike, the so-called debate? It got removed for community guidelines today. There's no way to contend it. It just doesn't show that. It just says it's removed. That's it. But
They do that now.
I think it's Metaphysics Mike that
Of course it
probably struck this.
is.
So anyway, I already downloaded it again because remember I streamed it on my Stronghold channel as well. So it will be going up
Yeah.
again.
You're right. So,
He-
did you have it on your Stronghold channel?
Yes, I do have it there still. But I've downloaded
Right,
it now
and
as
did it-
well because I'm going to put it back on this channel again.
But it wasn't taken off the Stronghold channel.
Nope. Somebody
Nah,
literally
well-
had to go and carry on striking it for some weird reason. And I don't know what
Right.
community guidelines we went through again because YouTube didn't tell me what community guidelines I went against, which we didn't anyway. We just had a normal conversation. It's really weird, and I can't even contend it, which is you can usually contend something. It's just outright. I got a notification.
Usually.
It's removed for going against community guidelines. That's it. Nothing more.
Mate, that is definitely mate.
It
It's
has to
definitely
be.
mate, because if it was the AI reviewing it or however YouTube reviews it, then it would have been taken off your Stronghold channel as well. And it's just that Mike doesn't know you've got that channel, guaranteed, probably. And
Yeah,
he knows
it's
this
still
one,
a
but
small
that
channel.
one. It's right.
So
Right,
yeah,
is
I'm
that
going to be
there?
putting it up again. Sorry, Mike.
Blame
I
it,
think he's
don't blame it.
trying to get it off because he's getting embarrassed by it. Because people are keep on asking him, "Why did you kick him? Why were you rude? Why did you get rid of him?"
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow, that's unbelievable, man. Definitely.
And yeah, it's very sad. And I'm thinking of QNFI. This is a warning to you. I'm taking your videos to the authorities because you are harassing my wife and child constantly, and she keep on having
Yeah.
to put private policy strikes against you. You do not talk about my wife and child ever again. And
Right.
if you carry on doing this, there will be legal consequences.
Yeah.
Because
I
he's
heard
giving
that.
my
Apparently-
he's giving my wife's
Yeah,
name
apart-
out to people,
Yeah.
and he's keep on sharing my wife and children and calling her a cow and things like that. So
It's horrible. He's a horrible,
he's a
weird man.
sick, piece twisted human being, and he better hope he never sees me in real life. Let's just put it that way.
Right. I think at the same time he made a video about your wife and that because he obviously got hold of Vicky being drunk. He's done something with that as well, apparently. I don't care. I haven't watched it and I won't watch it because I haven't even watched it.
Don't worry. You also in there. Everybody's in there.
See what I mean? I won't watch that garbage. But I hear. I heard
The
it,
problem
yeah,
is my
yeah,
wife sees it because it like pops up for her.
Well, he's going to tag everybody he can, and then AI does the rest. You know what I mean?
So, like I'm saying, this is gonna go to the authorities because he's literally harassing and going on, and he is giving out personal information on the internet. That's called doxing. So you do not talk about my wife and child ever again, and you will have big issues.
But see, would you do that? Would you do that and say those things to a man in real life? Would you? You wouldn't. You wouldn't. You know you wouldn't. So why do it on the internet?
Sean Hawkins, no, Elizabeth is not a village bicycle. Never said she was. You better stop misrepresenting me.
Where's he at?
He's in the other one. So he's going to go for a 24-hour rest.
I
Bye-bye.
was just about to. Yeah, cool.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, slander isn't funny, but it would help if I didn't slander anyone, did I? But you know who slanders constantly? Sean Hawkins.
Oh wow! Every second word's a swear word. He slander, and then he talks about someone. So he slanders all the time, while profaning,
Very
constantly,
sad.
relentlessly, incessantly.
So yeah, just to everybody that's watching this for the first time, you see, this is the type of people, unfortunately, we get. People that can't defend their nonsense, so they rather attack people's families and attack them personally. Trinity is truth. Prove me wrong. So that's the what's the name for tonight? Let's see if anybody's going to be brave enough to come and have a discussion on that.
Let's see.
We'll see.
A decent discussion the other day, didn't we? That was all right.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Rogers, John the Morgul was there when the Morgul came in.
Oh, okay. Is he
Yeah, he
still
sent
around?
out. Yeah, he started doing videos and that again apparently.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Because I said to him, I said, let me see. I says, because I heard the voice. I just heard the voice. And I was like, who's that? Because I was in Rumble, he was in Google Meets. They couldn't hear me. And then I ended up going in Google Meets and I couldn't hear anything. I was like, what's going on? For some reason, I just couldn't hear anything. And I went to my speakers. I had to change it to. I had this set of speakers there that I used before, and they're gone. So I had to click it to my speakers. I don't know why it did that. My settings changed, so I couldn't hear a thing. It just wasn't clicked on the speakers. But yeah, he came in. And I was like, I went and checked his channel, and I wasn't subbed. And I remember being subbed. So
Mm-hmm.
it does the same with him. But he's
Yeah.
got like he's in 8,000, I think, 37,000
Yeah, but he doesn't get much
subscribers.
views though.
No, he doesn't anymore. He was talking about when he first monetized and that. He says it was getting to the point where he could live on YouTube, but then it just went downhill. He says he doesn't get anything because he was saying with AdSense and that he was making quite a lot. He said that, but then it just went straight downhill. Couldn't make anything when everything got shadow banned and stuff. Because
Yeah.
he's been here for a while, since like 2015, hasn't he?
Yeah. That's sad. I wonder if we should look
Mhm.
on TikTok if there's anybody there busy debating the Trinity or something. It should be interesting.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Let's
That'd be
go
cool.
see.
See who we can infiltrate.
Um, let's see if I can. The only thing I don't like about. Oh, no, man, I don't want to heart or anything. I'm looking for following. Is it someone know? It's live. Trinity. How do you search for Trinity on here?
On TikTok.
Yeah, I don't know TikTok. Good. All I really use it for is if I like stream or something, or if I make my shorts in
no
the
idea.
mornings. That's practically all I do it for.
Let me
How do
see
you
if I can get it on
search?
TikTok.
Anybody know anything?
Yeah, it's weird. I'm gonna go on TikTok and find out.
Oh, what am I clicking? I don't know. This is like letting me go on seeing someone
Vamos a
playing
tardar
games.
mucho.
Sorry guys,
Go to
TikTok is
TikTok,
like
I don't-
La
weird.
verdadera
Ya tenemos la...
Okay, no, I'm closing it. I'm closing it. Sorry guys. I was hoping someone's live that's debating like
Ooh,
the Trinity or something.
wow! Just put me straight onto a live lady.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I don't like about TikTok.
Soft cutie, honestly, soft cutie.
It's like
Wow.
you don't want to see that stuff, and that's what pops up. It's like just change.
Straight away.
I just,
Right, your search bar is underneath the TikTok in the top left-hand corner.
on the desktop.
Yeah, on the desk. Yeah, I've got it
Okay,
here. The
TikTok
search.
make
I'm
a
set.
day. Let me go in.
It's under the TikTok logo.
Guys, how do you mute it?
Top left.
Okay.
Sorry?
Yes. Okay. Activity.
Got it.
Search. Okay. Okay. View all. Okay. There's the search bar. Okay. What should I look
Yeah,
for?
the top left. Yeah.
Unitarian. Oh no. Let's see. Maybe that pops up.
Unitarian. I'm trying it.
I see. I see.
Right, look for go to the live banner and see who's live. There's people live in the Unitarian.
There
There's
are.
about 1, 2,
It
3.
looks like it.
Yeah,
The few.
there's
But you
The
don't know.
Lord's
If, you don't know if
they-
they're talking about the Unitarians though. About Trinity or what? Debata conmigo.
Right.
Bible
well, that's
says-
true.
What?
What's going on there?
Attacking.
Oh my
witchcraft.
goodness!
Okay.
And the Unitarianism, and one of the
Manchester.
women's got lingerie and that out. I mean, that's not to do. It's nothing to do with
Okay,
Unitarian.
Yeah, Chaos Crushers. Soccer. Manchester United. Is that?
This is- it's
Some
weird,
guy
you can't-
some guy drinking beer has got 18,000 views so far live. Wow.
That's great.
He's just
That's
sitting
great.
there drinking cups of beer. Okay.
apparently the vegan teacher, she's a Unitarian, a universal Unitarian. Universal Unitarian, she calls herself, apparently. I don't know what the hell that is. And then yeah, she's weird.
Okay. Oh, I don't see any. Well, here's one Bible study. Old. I don't know if that's.
I'm under the top, and I've just got under
Yeah,
Unitarian.
Unitary Ramada. But that
Got
looks
mate,
like.
mate, it's mate, yeah.
No, that's someone else. But that looks like some kind of guy from Taiwan or something. So he's definitely not gonna understand what you're saying.
Yeah, on the live for Unitarian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
Let's see
And
who
there's one-
these guys are. Liquaricara or whatever the hell.
Nədir bu problem? Başa sən onlarda nəyin pisdir
Never
ki?
mind.
Kim
Liquara, they don't understand the language they're speaking. I can't believe it's so difficult to find people who like debate this stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to type Unitarian.
I did. That's what I did.
Yeah, I'm typing Unitarian Christian, and then if you go to Unitarian Christian, there's a lot more. You go to
Unitarian,
live, there's a lot more.
Christian
Yeah.
live. Oh, okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, but how do you know they're
Lot
talking
more.
about Unitarianism? That's the thing.
Well, some have got like Bible things on the front.
Big John
The
Steele is
problem-
live. Big John Steele is live.
That's the
Shout
first
out to Big John Steele.
That's the first one. 209. He's got
Yeah.
209 people.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
most of his views usually come on YouTube though.
Right.
Hey Roger, good to see you, man. D man, what's up? Price of Adam, Ninja, Debatable D, Triune Truth Seeker, what's up? Mike Van Dijk, glad you guys could make it.
You just need to know the right prompt to type in, man. It's crazy.
Well,
It's not
if
easy,
that like
like, you
Trilix or something was live, or that Halal Christian or something would have been great, but they're not live right now, so.
Right.
Man United Everton is somehow Unitarianism, okay.
Let's push what? The Christian. He's got 2.5 in there. Christian B. I can't see what the full title is unless you click in it.
Otherwise, I'm gonna have to try and No, what? No, I don't want to follow this person. How do you unfollow? Okay, unfollow. Thank you.
You have to follow to. You have to follow to watch it, do you? Sometimes.
No. It followed when I clicked on something, so it followed the person automatically.
Right.
No thanks. The church fathers were Unitarian. Let's see that. Okay.
What is shopping got to do with Unitarian Christian? Right.
No,
And then it gives you other suggestions on the right hand side. Christian content, Orthodox Christian clothing. Wow.
I wanna unmute this video, but it's not letting me unmute it. How do you unmute? Oh, there we go. There's a.
I'm not gonna mention it.
Man, I feel
All
like
church
some weird old guy or something because I can't figure this out. Okay, let's see if we can get it up quickly.
But which one are you on?
I have to get this YouTube video properties. And getting up here. I hope it works.
All
Okay.
the church fathers were Unitarian. Yeah, that's what a Unitarian content
Just
creator
Peter
said on one
says,
of their
Flats,
lives.
just Peter
I'm not
says in
gonna
your
mention
little
any
channel
names.
that Metaphysics
And
Mike
I
took down the
think, by the
video
way,
when you
that
were
you
on his stream,
probably
the
meant
one
to
he
say
kicked
that
you
all
Wait,
off.
wait, wait.
earlier
Yes,
were
not
church
talking about
fathers were
taking
Wait,
down
wait,
his,
dude, I
talking
can't
about
hear you,
taking
wait.
And
down Flats.
Wait,
that was
wait.
what
Oh, sorry, I had to take that off. Something was happening there. Say again?
Are you in TikTok or are you Flats?
No, I'm not in TikTok at the moment. I was trying to show TikTok video, but I closed it because I couldn't hear anything. Okay, go ahead.
Right.
What
so
you were
you're
saying
the
about
bearded
metaphysics,
guy.
Mike?
Let me get up. How come I can't hear Flatzoid at all?
You're gonna have to drop and come
Yes.
back in. Hey, Roger.
PJ, can you hear me?
Yeah, tell him to drop and
yeah,
come
I
back
can hear
in.
you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Drop out, drop in again, like you did last time.
Well, yeah, I can't hear Flatzoid at all. It's weird. Yeah, I went right. Okay, let me go in now.
Price Aaron says, yeah, Flats, Mike, D-Man, Ninja Turtle, what's up, man? You back? PJ, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you know, yeah.
You were saying someone about Mike taking it off what?
Yeah, in your other in your other stream, just Peter said, just Peter said, Mike took down the video when you're on his stream, the one he kicked you off. Yes, maybe,
Yeah.
but Flatzoid put it up and it got taken down. That's Flatzoid's point.
Yeah, today I just saw, hey, look, it just got removed for copyright guideline strikes for some odd reason.
Yeah.
I don't know what guideline strikes I went against. Who else would try get that taken down?
I was thinking Mike.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to be putting it up again. Because there is no guidelines that's been... I didn't go against any YouTube guidelines with that stream. So
Right.
it's really weird. I can't contest it. I didn't have a warning, nothing. It was literally just, it's been removed. That's it. So it doesn't tell me how I went against guidelines. But yeah, it hasn't been taken down on my Stronghold channel, so I'm definitely going to be I've downloaded it to the computer. So I'll be taking that. I'll be doing some changes on it though. Making some fun thing and then I'll put it on. Because, I mean, we waited an hour and a half before the thing actually started. And we don't need to watch that. So I'll just cut it for when it started and then end it, obviously. And we'll take it from there. So, the Trinity's true, guys. Did you know that?
Absolutely is.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
It's weird that we don't have anybody coming to tell us how we're wrong when no is 61% of the votes.
Madness.
So out of 44 votes, the Trinity's true is 27% yes, no 61%, not sure 11. And we don't have anybody in here to tell us how we're wrong. That's a bit odd.
Because they're imaginary line people, how dare you?
Yeah, exactly, Derek. I must say, it's looking much better than using my phone for the camera.
Yeah, it does look good. Like on the YouTube side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see it over here. I don't know if I
Let's
can
see,
use
sir.
my camera in here. Let's see if I can turn it on.
Oh, of course, like, why is my camera not on?
And the lighting does make a difference, I have to say. Hey,
There I am.
the lighting definitely does make a difference as well.
Yeah, I need
I
to
had
get
an
that
impromptu
car.
dream.
This one's not good in low
Yeah, Pete?
light, so
Me and PJ did an impromptu stream this morning. It was a
Yeah,
good one. And we had John the Morgal. He came over and
yeah,
said
he
hi
was.
to
Yeah, he
everybody.
was told me. Yeah. It's good to see he's still around.
Yeah.
It's sad that his
It's good,
channel's
yeah.
like, just gone down to nothing though. But
yeah.
He said a lot of personal things happened to him. We're trying to help him out with it. So.
So yeah, if anybody disagrees in the Trinity, come show us how the Trinity's false. Do know you're gonna have to bring scripture up for this. So.
I'm going to try something.
And remember, the 1st
Okay.
of March is my debate against that other Bradley guy on KRC's channel. So looking forward to that.
I've never seen the Bradley guy. Who is he?
He's actually on TikTok. I don't think he has a YouTube channel.
I won't hold that against him.
And then hopefully soon myself and Dr. Algaza will be having a show together. Looking forward to that. That other Xavier guy, that Carlos Xavier, whatever, for the debate, I don't know when that's going to happen because he's always just busy, or he expects me to debate 2 a.m. in the morning while I'm in the week at work. That doesn't gel for me. So,
Oh,
hey Ethan, how is it going? Hope you're doing well.
good. Hold on. I hear music. I'm trying to figure out how to turn it off.
Music?
1 moment.
Music.
Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on. I accidentally turned Roger's volume off. How's it going, guys?
Good in yourself. I take
Oh, very
it.
good. Thank you.
I take it you're not a Trinitarian.
I'm not. No. I am an Orthodox Jew.
Oh,
and,
that's
I
interesting.
believe in the I believe in the Torah and the Tanakh. And I believe that there's one God and God is one.
Amen. Elohim, Adonai, Yahweh.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you
So-
know? But do you know Adonai
Yeah.
is a plural?
Adonai means my Lord.
Yeah, which is plural. It's using plural in, if you go to Genesis 15, Abraham talks to the three men and calls them Adonai.
Not exactly. I know exactly what you're referring to. They're all angels. It doesn't say Adonai, it says the Tetragrammaton. And in the Hebrew language, it does it. It says an angel of the Tetragrammaton. And then in order to shorten it and cut out words, it just says the Tetragrammaton.
Yeah,
This happened the same in the burning bush with Moses, where it says an angel of the Tetragrammaton appeared.
yeah, that's the angel of the Lord. That's
it's the same
Jesus.
stuff.
That's Jesus. Yeah.
Right.
Well, is Jesus an angel of the Lord, or is
Yes.
Jesus the Lord?
Yes, he's the angel of the
Well,
Lord.
he is. But
He was
he's Lord.
he's angel of the Lord Yahweh in the Old Testament, and when he came down to become incarnate man, the Messiah, he was born into a fleshly body.
Okay, so here's the issue: is Jesus the Lord, or is he the Messiah, or is he an angel?
All three.
All of that. All of that.
All three.
Remember,
Okay,
he's the angel of the Lord is a title, because he's the Word. He's
An
the Word of
angel.
God.
It says malach. It's a messenger.
Yeah, Malach.
It's a messenger.
Because
that
if
sends
it's a
God's
normal-
word
if it's
to
a
the
normal
prophets.
aid-
Yeah, malach.
Yeah, Malach is a normal messenger.
Yes.
Malach, yeah.
So, in the prophets, it gives the list of requirements for the Messiah.
Yeah.
Right. It says the Messiah will be of the Davidic line, which is
Amen.
patrilineal. Right? And
And-
that the Messiah will have a human father and a human mother.
And Jesus with it.
So, does Jesus have a human father?
He had well, not in a human
Didn't have a
sense. He had
biological-
he had an adoptable human father.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count, unfortunately, for the rules of the Old Testament. It has to be a biological father of the Davidic line. So, if God is his father, then he doesn't fit that requirement for the Messiah. If God is not his father, then he's not the son of God.
So you obviously don't believe Mary was from the line of the Davidic line.
It doesn't. It has to be patrilineal, so from the father.
And-
These are
Uh,
requirements
and
of the
who-
Old Testament.
And who came up with these rules for that?
These are the prophets. These are the prophets. All the prophets list these rules. Daniel, Ezekiel, Isaiah,
Can you bring up the scriptures
Zechariah,
for that?
Jeremiah. Do you want me to give you the exact verse and quote?
Yeah.
Yes. We've got to take everything in
By
context.
the way, just to say thank you for coming, man. I appreciate it. This is the first time I'm actually talking to Orthodox Jews, so that's really awesome.
This is the first time I've done this as well. So I'm a bit nervous, but I'll have fun.
No stress, man.
No, you don't need to.
Okay.
I'm always up for learning, man.
Let's
Always
see
up for
here.
learning.
So in 2 Samuel 7:12, in regards to the Messiah, it says that they'll raise up an offspring after essentially King David, who shall come forth from your body, so from the blood, and I'll establish his kingdom. So that's referring to the Messiah, and from the body is implying biological descent. And then in Jeremiah 23:5, it says, "Behold, days are coming where I'll raise up for David a righteous branch." All right, so it's
Okay.
biological branch from David. And this refers to the genealogy, so it has to be patrilineal genealogy because tribes.
It just said
Again, yeah.
just said from the body. It just said from the body, didn't it? And
The
he
blood.
came.
It doesn't. The Hebrew
Use the
word.
blood.
It's not a. That's that's what I read here. Hold on.
Yeah.
So, for what Jeremiah 23:5. So
Do you want to get-
sorry, 2 Samuel 7:12. I'll raise up your offspring after you, who shall come forth from your blood. Or me
thought
may
you
ask.
said
It's not
from-
from your.
But did you
It
not
says
say from the
mimeach,
body?
which-
Wait.
It means like from your body is me goof, right? A goof is a body, or me had like,
So body.
a goof is a body,
so
but it doesn't say that.
Yahweh will make
says
you.
Me'ah.
Yeah, Maar this is Mimerka.
Mimech.
Yeah, there we go. So if it's saying Yahweh will make you from your body, who will come after your seed.
Yes. So is
So
Jesus from
Jesus
the seed
was
of
in the
Joseph?
seed of David.
He's still in the
How?
seed of David.
Yeah,
No, but
it
it
doesn't
has to
say.
be patrilineal.
No, it doesn't put patrilineal here.
It doesn't say
No,
that.
but that's how Israelite culture and tribal lineage works.
Yes, but Mary comes from the line of David.
Absolutely.
Mary's his
And
mother.
Matthew,
It's irrelevant. It's
It's
not for the tribe is
body.
not matrilineal.
It's his body.
It's not her.
Still from the seed. Why not her?
It's his, not her.
Okay, so let's
from-
put
it's from
it. Did
his body,
Isaac
her body.
did Isaac come
No.
from Sarah?
Isaac is the son of Sarah and Abraham.
So from Sarah's bloodline.
From Abraham's blood. Abraham is the father of Isaac.
I agree,
There's the
bro,
mother of Isaac.
but still, Isaac was given the the Israelites.
It's patrilineal because Abraham to Isaac, right? And this has been consistent throughout the entire Tanakh, right? This has been very consistent. There's been no point in the Tanakh where the tribal lineage suddenly switches to the mother and it's matrilineal. No, it has always been patrilineal. So here's the question: is Jesus the son of Joseph or the son of God? If he's not the son of God, then so he's not the Messiah.
He's the Messiah because he's the Son of God. You guys were expecting. You were expecting
The Messiah has to be a human.
the anointed one.
No,
The Messiah is just yes, he's human. Jesus is human, but he was born
from the genealogical line of David.
Yes, he was born through the line of David, through Mary.
No, but it
Absolutely.
can't be through Mary. It has to be from
God.
the dad. It's patrilineal.
It's
When
still
you made that up.
you're writing it in to scripture. It's not patrilineal here.
I'm not writing it in. This is just scripture. This is the context. It's consistent. We don't break consistency ever, right? You never want to break consistency in order to fit in a narrative that is foreign. Consistency is that tribal lineage, 100% of the time, is patrilineal. Changing it suddenly to fit in Jesus is not right. That's the issue that I have with it.
Okay, but I don't see where it's saying that it specifically has to come from
No.
the male. That's
He's
that's
talking about
tradition.
tribal.
That's Jewish tradition, obviously, but that doesn't mean it's written
Because
that
Jesus
way.
was Jewish.
Oh, amen.
Jesus
Yes,
also
Jesus
was
was Jewish. Yes, he was a rabbi.
Yes.
Yes.
So, yeah, and the Jewish tradition that Jesus understood is that the Messiah comes from the natural descent of David, biologically, through the Father. The same reason that Kohanim, they're the priests, are through the
Still
Father.
biological. It's still biological. Man is still biological of David.
No, but it
The
has to
web-
be through the
web-
Father, not the mother here.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
It has to be through
Through the
man's
father's
soul,
tradition.
through a man's-
Through the father's tradition, it's not scriptural.
It is
No.
scriptural.
No, we just read 2 Samuel
doesn't
12,
say-
and it
no,
doesn't
it-
say it's
it-
through
it-
the man.
It doesn't say that.
It doesn't say that in the
It,
scripture.
it's
It doesn't.
one moment, please. I'm gonna find more evidence.
Okay.
So Numbers 1:18, right? Pedigrees are according by the father's house.
Okay.
So descendants, tribal identity from the father, royal succession from the father, Davidic line from the father. So for the Messiah
Numbers-
to be the son of David in a biblical sense, it has to be through David's male line.
Oh, no, hold on. What did read that again?
Numbers 1:18.
Numbers 1:18.
It's just recording
Numbers
Moses and
1:18.
Aaron assembling the Israelite community.
Le Beit
So it's a
Avotam,
register of every male.
right? So no, it says it shows how tribal identity is passed through.
It's-
right? And
it's a
and
registry.
it shows that it's passed
Yeah.
through the father's house.
So it's a registry of male
Yeah, but
lineage.
yes, and it shows the rule that it's according to the father's house.
Okay.
So why are we
And
suddenly
the-
breaking that
and
rule
the-
for Jesus?
The second month that they
So what it's doing,
declared
and they
that to be
assembled all the congregation together for the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upwards, by their polls.
Yes. So this is direct proof that's the ancient Israelite rule, and the commandments from the Torah is that tribal identity and dynasty is through the male line, through the father's house, and this applies to the royal succession and Davidic line. So why do we break this? Why are you guys breaking this rule for Jesus? It's inconsistent.
Okay, if I'm reading here,
This is not saying it has
he's
to
got
be born by
because you see he's got legal descent through Joseph. Would you agree with that?
No, that's not how it has to be genealogical.
The biological
So I
descent
showed
is
it from
through
the blood.
Mary. Yeah, but the biological descent is through Mary. Okay, but the legal descent is through Joseph.
That's very yeah. It has to be that. No, that makes no sense. Like it says these are the list of the requirements for the Messiah, genealogically passed from the Father. Okay, genealogically passed from the Father. If that doesn't hold, that person is not the Messiah.
Because Mary traces to Nathan, which comes from David. Okay.
That's fine, but it's not from the mother. It's not from the mother. It's never been from the mother. That's the issue. Like it's fine that if Mary traces herself back to David, but it's not how Davidic status is passed. This is just biblical. I mean,
yeah, but it's still you
know,
haven't
you
shown.
can keep
But
going
again,
forward
it's
into
even
inconsistencies.
numbers. But even numbers just shows tradition. It's not showing that that's the prophecy that Jesus.
It is the rule. The
If we
numbers
look-
are full of. No, it's not a prophecy. It's just the rule.
Okay, if you
want to
go
talk
to
about
Isaiah,
prophecies of Jesus, there are none in the Old Testament.
oh, there's a lot. Isaiah 53.
Isaiah 53 is not about Jesus.
Yes,
It's
it
about
is.
Israel.
Exactly.
Read Isaiah 54.
No,
100% about Jesus.
Isaiah 53 is verbatim about Jesus.
So who's a servant?
Isaiah 6.
Who's a servant?
Jesus is the servant. Isaiah 6 even
So
declares Jesus.
why does Isaiah say Israel is a servant? Why does Isaiah in 43, 44, 49 consistently repeat that Israel is the servant?
Yeah, but they're not the suffering
Oh, Israel,
servant.
you are my servant.
Have you read Isaiah
They are
53?
the suffering servant. You can look it up.
Have you?
I have.
Okay, can you tell me how?
You could look at.
Israel. Can you tell me how Israel can be despising itself?
It's not. If you actually read Isaiah, not just the chapter that other people tell you to read. If you read Isaiah, it's the
the
nations
whole
who are
Isaiah.
speaking, and the nations are talking about Israel.
Nope.
They're speaking about Israel. That's Isaiah 53, and if you read Isaiah 54, it's
If you read Isaiah 53, can Israel be bruised?
yes, it's applying a metaphor to a nation. Yeah, they were hurt badly.
No, it's
We
not
know
applying
this.
Let's do 10. Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. He hath put him
Yes,
to grief.
him is Israel.
When thou shalt make
him.
his
Every time it says
soul.
he or
Wait,
him, it's
wait, no,
Israel.
let me finish.
Israel.
Okay. Yet
Yeah.
it pleased the Lord to bruise him. He hath put him to grief when thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin. He shall see his seed. He shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand. That language is not talking about Israel.
Because if you read the chapter before and the chapter before that, he is referring to Israel. And that's just how Isaiah
Not
speaks.
Isaiah 53.
Every time no, because what? First of all, the chapters is a Christian invention. If you actually look at the Tanakh, it just reads through. The narrative doesn't suddenly switch to something. Oh, now it's talking about something else. No, it's always been talking about to Israel. It says before, "Oh, Israel, you are my suffering servant." Like that. That's it. Is that suddenly not true? No, that's
That
what
number
it
is
is.
it's talking about the registration of the families by their fathers. That's all it's saying. It's just talking about the registration for the census.
So that's how we know.
So
That's how we
when
know
it's
that's
so
how
when it,
tribal dynasty is through the father.
It's just a legal thing. So it's a legal thing.
So when it's talking
So
about that,
legally
we
it has to be from the father, then biologically it also has to be from the father.
so if it's telling us the man of sorrow,
There's nothing.
the man of sorrow, how is that Israel?
Can you show me the exact verse that says the man of sorrow?
Yes. Let me get it up on. Are you able to see YouTube?
I'm unable to
I've
see
got the
YouTube. If you
interlinear.
could show
Okay, let me
me-
put it up here then maybe as well.
If you could show me the
Share
chapter
screen.
verse.
There you go. Okay. You should be able to get it there.
This is here. Thank you. It's not really loading for me. It might be because my internet is
No
not
stress.
good.
No stress, man. Again, enjoying this
Could you tell me
discussion.
the name of the?
This is
Yeah,
I-53.
could you please tell me the name of the? Oh, okay, yeah. So 53.3. Okay, perfect. So 53.3, despised and rejected by men, a man of pains and accustomed to illness.
So how is that Israel?
Yeah. David has said Ishim, Ish. Here, despised and rejected by men, a man of pain and accustomed to illness, and as no one who hides his face from us. Despised, and we held him of no account. Just Ish, yeah. A person, yeah.
Yeah, it's
This
a
is
person,
man.
you see.
Again,
Yeah, character. It's a man of
That
sorrow.
is real.
yeah, but it's also just Israel here.
Nope.
One moment.
Nope. Was Israel born to
Yeah.
carry griefs and affliction by God?
Yeah. It's we were the chosen people to follow the covenant. And if they don't follow the covenant, they get plagued. If they do, they get blessed.
And how was Israel bruised for iniquities and transgressions?
Because they were. Do you know what happened in the context of Isaiah?
Which one? Which verse?
In Isaiah in general. Have you read Isaiah fully?
Yes. That's why I said Isaiah 6 declares Jesus as the Almighty God.
It doesn't really, but
It does, yeah.
That's okay.
But what I'm bringing up on
Um,
Isaiah 53 right now is this language here is not used for Israel. It's used for an actual
It is.
person. And this
Isaiah
person-
41:8, Israel, you're my servant. Isaiah 44:1, Israel, you're my servant. Isaiah 49:3, you are my servant,
I
Israel.
100% agree, but do you know Jesus is also Israel? It's one of his names.
Jesus' name was Israel. I've
It's
not
one
heard
of
that,
his
sorry. His
names.
name's Yeshua.
Yeshua.
His Hebrew name is Yeshua. But
Yeshua, yes, Joshua.
yeah, Yeshua.
Do you know what it means?
No, it's not. It's
Salvation.
more like James.
It means salvation.
Yes, it means salvation.
Mhm.
Yeah, what's Ishayahu also means something similar. God saves. Well, that doesn't mean anything to me. Like, if you look at all over, like for example, I'm sure you believe that it was Mary, that it was prophesied in Isaiah that she would give a virgin birth.
And she did.
It's not in Isaiah.
Okay,
It doesn't exist. Matthew mistranslated it. Matthew made an error. It's nowhere to be found in Isaiah. Matthew makes a big mistake and then goes by it.
Isaiah 7:14.
Yeah, it doesn't actually say that.
Let's go to
It's
Isaiah
a
7:14.
mistranslation. It doesn't say virgin.
Okay. Therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel.
I have a question. What was this written in? What was the original language of this?
I think this is Aramaic.
Yes.
Let me
This one's Hebrew.
Let me
more
quickly
so.
get it up.
That's
I'm going to get the interlinear up, then it'll be easier.
sure, but in the actual Hebrew, it does not say virgin. It says woman. The virgin was inserted by Christians later in order to fit a narrative. And it also names the woman. It also names the woman. Her name is Hara.
Mm-hmm. And Tabal, the son
So
of
this
the
actually has
head
nothing
of
to do with Mary.
660 from head. There we go.
See?
A virgin.
So
There we go.
this
Malal.
website here,
Halma.
well, Ha'alma means young woman. A virgin is Betula. And that's the Torah.
Maid,
That's
damsel,
that-
maid, virgin. There we go.
That's a Christian translation. This is a Christian website.
This is
Does
the
KJV?
Strongs. This is Strongs. No, this is lexicons. Brown Driver Briggs gives you the same.
I mean, yeah, Alma, young woman. It says Alma, Brown Driver Briggs, Alma, young woman.
Mm-hmm.
Because the problem is, young woman cannot
Virginia,
mean
it's
virgin.
virgin. There we go. In Brown Driver Gigs, virgin.
No, So do you know where that comes from? The idea that's it's a virgin it came from the Greek translation where it says Parthenos, right?
Mm-hmm.
From the quote unquote Septuagint, and that's how Matthew derived it. That's what Christian translations are based off of the Bible. It's based off of the Septuagint, where in Isaiah 7:14 in the Septuagint it says Parthenos for virgin. That Septuagint was written after Jesus. It
Yeah, the
actually came about
Septuagint is
a
a
long
Greek.
time after.
Yeah, the Septuagint was a Greek translation of the Hebrew and Aramaic.
Made by Christians. The
Jews,
the original
Jewish
Septuagint.
Christians.
No, that's not true. The original Septuagint was only the first 5 books, which came, or the Torah, so the 1st 5 books, and that came a long time before Jesus, and the rest was translated long after Jesus. A lot of things were inserted in order to make Jesus fit in. For example, in the Torah, Alma always means young woman, and Betula always means virgin.
Mm-hmm.
That's the issue. And also, it names the woman. It says her name is Hara, and that she is pregnant and immediately gives birth to someone named Emmanuel. Sorry, doesn't immediately, but she's pregnant. She's right there. Isaiah points at her. It's an immediate sign that that a young woman will become pregnant and have a boy and name him Emmanuel.
So do maidens have, are maidens virgins? Let's put it that way.
No. It just says young woman. That's it.
Yeah, but would you
Like,
say a young
Alma's
woman
young
who's a
woman. That's it.
maiden? Who's a maiden? Are you claiming they aren't
Back
virgins?
then, probably not a virgin. Back then, probably not a virgin. Women
How
and
would
men
you
got
know
married
that?
very young back then.
How would you know that?
Because boys became men at 13 years old, girls became women at 12 years old back in those days.
Yeah, obviously
they
they're
were
married
legally
young.
adults.
They're all married young, obviously.
Yeah,
But
so
maiden. But
as
you know
soon
what a
as they get
maiden
married,
means. But
they-
you know what a maiden means.
it's the best translation is young woman.
No,
Young
a
woman.
maiden is just meaning it's an unmarried woman who has not experienced sexual intercourse.
No, but that's what you're saying. The
No,
real
no,
translation
that-
of Alma just means young woman.
Maiden.
What you're seeing on that website is not a genuine translation.
So in other words,
As you're
you're saying
applying-
every
you're
every
applying
scholar.
modern English to
no,
it.
you're just saying literally every scholar in history is wrong.
Yeah.
But I think all Christian scholars are quite wrong. Yeah.
Those are not just Christian scholars that do these things, by the way.
Show me a Jewish rabbi who will point at Alma and say, "Oh yeah, it's virgin."
Hey, there's plenty of Jewish people. Weren't we watching something about that Jewish dude the other day who was talking about the Pluto?
Mm-hmm.
Like the Jesus and that.
Jesus is not anywhere in the Old Testament, and if a Jew believes in Jesus, he's just a Christian. That's it.
Well,
Again,
yeah,
Alma
Messianic
just means
Jews.
young woman. Well, not Messianic. You guys call them Messianic Jews. I just call them Christians.
Messianic Jews.
They're
That's you.
idolaters.
That's you that does that. That's you who does that. Like you
Yeah,
just-
because the entire covenant of Judaism is that there's one God. God is one. Just don't make an image or idol of him. God created the universe alone. As a matter of fact, I don't understand Christianity because I see it as idolatry. You guys have pictures of Jesus, and you guys call Jesus God. It says in the Old Testament to not make an image of God.
I don't. Well, yeah, you're not meant to
Well-
make an image of God.
Well, if I'm
I don't worship.
It says don't make a symbol either.
I don't worship.
Don't make a symbol
Well,
either.
I don't worship a Christian. I don't worship a cross. I don't worship.
Oh,
you know, a
but it's not for
Jesus.
worship. It's not for worship either. You just
If I'm-
that's
yeah,
heresy. It's heretical to.
if I'm reading on your on
Image.
Media, it's saying according to Hertz Kumash, the Pentateuch and the Holtzfortaras, page 202, the word Alma in the Tanakh means a young woman of marriageable age, unmarried or married. In modern Hebrew, Alma means miss, a titled young unmarried woman. So, unmarried usually means virgin. So, while this term certainly does not mean virgin, as major Christian Bible translations,
Have you
now
hold on?
concede
I have a question.
there is an example of
I have a
married
question.
Alma. Yeah.
Do you know what marriage is in the Bible, the Old Testament?
Consummation.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she was a maiden, so she hasn't had consummation. She wasn't
Well,
consummated.
here's the thing. If Isaiah here wanted to say that she was a virgin, he would have just said, Tulahi. Similar to every other time a prophet or a character in the Bible wanted to, or the narrative itself wanted to refer to someone as a virgin. It said they're a Betula. Here, it made the deliberate choice to say an Alma, and 100% of the time, Alma, like, why would say Alma? It's not the purpose to call them a young woman, right? She could have. There's a chance where she was not a virgin. That's why she was an Alma. It wasn't known if she was a virgin or not. He was an Alma. Right? If they wanted to say, and she was a virgin, like Isaiah knew, it would have said, well, she was a Betula. Right? Again, wording matters. Wording really matters, and you don't leave it up to odds.
Let's look up.
I think you are writing into it that you're just saying she wasn't a virgin because you don't want her to be a virgin.
The Parthenos translation of virgin from the Septuagint was written after Jesus. It was Christians that wrote that in. 100% of the time, it was always a young woman. The change came, the idea of it being virgin came from Christianity. Again, and also with Christian, I have a lot of issues with it because you have Paul saying one
whether
thing
she
and
was
Jesus
a virgin
saying
or not,
another.
whether it was a virgin or not, she was a young woman, wasn't she?
She was a young woman. It says
She was
her
a
name
young
is
woman.
Hannah.
She was a young woman.
She was a young woman. Yeah,
Really?
she was a young woman. That's why it says Alma. That's it. She was a young woman. But
She was a
the
young woman.
idea of Christianity is that it's saying that she's a virgin, which
Okay.
this
Okay,
is not
you
what
say she
Isaiah is
was a
saying.
virgin. Yeah, she was a virgin, yeah, but she's still a young woman. You're saying it
I
just
don't-
says
Who-
it's a
who,
young
Mary?
woman. It's a young woman. Yeah. You're just saying it doesn't say it's a virgin. It says it's a young woman.
I say
meaning.
it's
Well, Mary
say,
was a young woman.
here. Yeah. Here, listen,
saying,
man. Isaiah is speaking to the king and saying, and the king is like asking for a sign that Isaiah is actually a messenger of God. So Isaiah says, "Okay, see that woman over there? She will become pregnant and have a son and name him Emmanuel." That's it. That's the context of
No way.
the story, and then the king goes, "Oh, okay,
The,
I see."
the whole Christian thing to go on, of course.
Oh, no, this is the narrative of the story. He's talking to the king. You could read the verses in chapter before. He's speaking to the king, and the king asks for a sign. Like, behold a sign. Like, that's Isaiah. This chapter. And if it's just saying, oh, it's a young woman who will become pregnant and name her child Emmanuel, then what does that have to do with Mary or Matthew? Because Matthew misquotes it. Matthew says that Isaiah prophesies that Mary would have a virgin birth. So Matthew gets it wrong, and the gospel gets a lot of other things wrong. Paul and James hated each other. Jesus' brother hates Paul. Most Christians actually believe in Paulism more than Christianity. Paul never met Jesus, and neither did Luke. Paul actually says things that contradicts what Jesus said. How do you resolve that?
Actually, no.
Never. Never.
Jesus never. I don't think Jesus claimed to be God. I heard
Jesus
somebody-
was. Why was
somebody once
Jesus
quoted
crucified? Why was Jesus crucified?
because people were calling him King of the Jews, and only the Roman Emperor could be
for
king.
blasphemy. Correct?
Crucifixion is
Blasphemy.
no.
Uh-huh.
Jews historically, Jews have never sent anyone to death.
Yes. Caiaphas even tore his
They've
robes because he said he was equalizing himself as God.
No.
Yes.
Is crucifixion a Jewish punishment or Roman punishment?
Roman punishment.
Roman.
So why? So okay, Jews have never sent anyone to death in the history in Jewish history.
Yes, they did.
Not only that,
Annas.
who, aside from
Annas,
Jesus,
Caiaphas and Annas were the ones that orchestrated the crucifixion. That's why they got Judas to betray him for 30 pieces of silver.
and what book is this in?
Sorry?
What book is this? Where are you getting this from?
The whole Bible.
Which Bible?
The New Testament. Obviously, you don't believe in the New Testament.
Okay, so that
But
yeah,
Jesus,
because,
but
New
the
Testament
writings
is
of Jesus is in the
full
New
of
Testament.
contradictions.
No, but the writings of Jesus is in the
No,
New Testament. Josephus,
John
even
was
Josephus
written by-
even Josephus writes about this. He is, you know who Josephus is?
Josephus wrote. Yeah, of course I know who Josephus is.
Let's stop what you're saying first.
So the book of John was written by a community of anonymous writers.
No, no, it was written by John himself.
By John.
No.
Yes.
No, this is the scholarly.
Early
academic
church
opinion.
fathers even
Yes.
contest to
Where
this.
do you get this from?
No,
Yes.
early church. No, of course, early church fathers say John, but it was written by a community of different people. This is.
Can you show this?
Because
Can
again,
you show
when was
evidence for this?
when was the book? When was the book written? When was the book written?
Okay, show
Around
it then.
90
Show it.
Around between 70 to 100 AD.
So
Do it.
and so that's 100 years after Jesus died. So the same person who met Jesus and knew Jesus
John
and
of
knew the witnesses
John
lived
that-
all the way 100 years into the future.
John that knew Jesus personally, John of Patmos, who wrote Revelation around 90 to
Patmos,
95 AD.
He wrote
was
Revelation
one
on
of the
island.
disciples.
You keep interrupting.
He
Stop.
was one of the disciples, personal disciples of Jesus.
John of Patmos in Revelations.
Yes.
Yes.
Patmos and
Revelation.
Patmos wrote a
Remember,
book on an
you have to
island
understand the
about
disciples-
Nero.
The disciples were actually young teenage boys. They were around 18
They were
years old.
12 years old.
Yeah, 12
No,
to
they were
18
12
years
years
old.
old.
They were very young.
No, the vast majority were actually 12 years old and 11
so when
years
John
old.
was on exile to Patmos, he was a very old man.
Okay, when he was okay. I'm sure you've heard this one. Before Abraham was, I am.
Yes, it's
Yes.
I will be who I'll be, actually, in Exodus.
Yes. Yeah. That's exactly right. I'll be what I will be. Right.
Yes.
And
And then it's referenced.
That's what God said.
And then it's referenced in the New Testament saying, I am he. That's referencing I will be. So when he was saying this in Exodus, he was saying, I will be who I'll be. And when he was referencing later on, I am he. So that's why they tried to stone him, pick up stones and stone him, because he was claiming to be Yahweh, talking to Abraham.
No, I don't think he. No, I don't think he claimed to
That's
be.
why. They
don't
even
think he
said.
claimed to be.
They even said, because he said, "Why do you hate me?" He said, "Because
So
you're
the
trying
only
to
one
make
where he's
yourself
really
equal
claiming-
with God."
No, well, the only gospel or the only book in the New Testament where he's claiming to be God is the book of John, which is written so far after by again a community
No.
of anonymous writers.
No, he doesn't just claim to. He, like I said, even in Genesis, I can tell you that the triune God is in the word Bereshit in Elohim.
Show me in Bereshit where there's a
Hold
triune
on, you
God.
haven't
Jesus'
showed us
name is
your-
in
You haven't showed us your evidence for what we just asked.
For what
For everything you're just saying there, you're just saying no. You're saying it's not that.
No,
it's not that. Go on.
if
Go
it,
ahead.
like okay, so the book of Revelation 666. Again, John of Patmos is Jewish. 666 is the Hebrew
You're
alphabet
saying things
numerical
like,
order for Nero.
hold on,
Wait.
you're saying things. You said things like Paul. Paul didn't meet Jesus. You're saying that James.
Paul
Paul.
and Luke
Prove
never
that.
met Jesus.
Yes,
This is according to the
yes,
New Testament.
Jesus.
Prove that.
Paul,
Right.
Paul was a
That's the New
companion of Luke,
Prove it.
but Paul actually spoke along Peter. Okay, Peter actually approved
Paul
Paul's.
ever meet Jesus?
Peter and Paul actually
Prove
met.
that.
Okay, Peter and Paul actually were acquaintances. Luke as well. Now, obviously,
Okay,
they didn't
and-
know Jesus because Jesus was crucified before Paul became Paul. He was still Saul as well. He was, how can I say, persecuting the Christians at that time. So when he did meet
Okay.
Jesus as a vision on the road to Damascus, that's when he turned around. You would agree?
So yeah, and he never met Jesus. And then the only book where it says that Jesus appointed him was written by himself.
No,
Paul,
Peter.
I think, appointed himself.
Peter approved Paul an apostle, an approved apostle.
According to which book?
Let me quickly get it for you. I think it says Galatians 1:1.
Yeah, Galatians was written by Paul.
Yeah,
Paul
but
appointed himself.
according to Paul,
Sure.
According to Paul,
hmm
he was anointed in a vision.
yes, on the road to Damascus.
No, yes, yeah, that's not valid.
Why not?
Like, he appointed himself. That,
Was Peter alive
it's,
then?
it's the same thing.
Well,
it's the
was
same.
Pete-
It's
was-
the exact same claim that Islam makes, where Muhammad had a vision in a cave, and therefore everything he says is valid. That's not how it works. and it's
Okay,
never
I
worked
can
like
agree
that.
with that. I can agree with that.
Okay, that's what Paul does, and Paul says things that are in contradiction to what Jesus claims, or what Jesus says. Sorry, Jesus says that you should sit in the house of sinners, and Paul says you shouldn't. Jesus said that he's not here to abolish the laws of
To
Moses.
fulfill it, yeah. but to
Paul
fulfill
said,
it.
yeah, but Paul says you don't have to. Paul says it's only
Do
through
you,
faith.
do you know
faith
what?
that one
Do you
is
know what
saved.
fulfillment means?
What does fulfillment mean?
It means it's fulfilled. It's done. So if something's fulfilled, it's no longer you're no longer under that jurisdiction.
Law. Class, I'm gonna
that
take
does
up.
not
I got
seem
ready
right.
for work.
It is.
I'll see you later.
I mean, cheers. Thanks for coming, Roger.
Yeah,
So what happens is if
I'll be
let's say you have a quota to fill, okay, you have a quota. Now you fulfilled that quota. Do you still need to go and carry on fulfilling that quota if it's been fulfilled?
Yeah, but Jesus didn't do all the things that are needed to done for it to be full. He didn't bring peace to the world. He
He's-
rebuild the temple. He didn't unite all the
Well, it's
Jews.
still to come.
It's still to come. It's still future tense.
Still to come.
He did
So
break.
he hasn't done it.
He did say he'll break down his temple and build up in 3 days. That's what happened. That's why he was died and resurrected after 3 days.
Oh, yeah, because he's the temple. That's very convenient. But the issue is he did not. There's no world peace. Okay? The third temple is
Well,
not built.
but
There's
the
no temple in
world
Jerusalem,
peace-
and all the Jews are in diaspora.
The world peace only comes after, in the millennial reign. That's where the world peace comes, and that's only when Jesus returns.
So Jesus hasn't done everything needed. So the law
He's
hasn't
still
been
wait.
fulfilled.
He's still waiting for things to happen for fulfillment. The Antichrist still has to come, which is
So
unfortunately.
so in the
has-
meantime, the law hasn't been filled.
because you guys are still waiting to build the temple again. So once the temple is built, the man of perdition has to declare himself as God, aka then there's going to be the Great Tribulation. Jesus
Okay,
will
so
only
in the
come. Jesus will
meantime,
only
before-
come.
yeah.
Jesus will only come once that is fulfilled.
So
So Daniel 7
only
still has to
when
come
the third
to
temple is
fulfillment.
built, the law is fulfilled.
When
so
Daniel 7
as it's
very
not
the
fulfilled,
abomination
yeah.
of desolation has to happen.
Okay, so since that has not happened yet, law has not yet been fulfilled.
Well,
Jesus did not fulfill the law yet.
is the Temple Institute trying to build a temple as we speak?
Yes, every time Jews pray, they pray that a temple is built today.
Yes, and why do they want the temple to be built?
Is once the temple. So the idea is, the long-awaited Mashiach, the Messiah will come to help build the temple.
And that's the thing. That Mashiach that you guys are waiting for is seen as the Antichrist in the Christian doctrine.
The Antichrist is a Christian. Like Satan is not a foreign agent of evil. That was another Christian invention. like people say, oh, Satan is a devil with two horns. No, Satan is a Hebrew word meaning persecutor.
Mm-hmm.
This is Hasatan,
He's
the
the
persecutor.
advocator.
It describes
I don't know any Christian that thinks too hard.
Yeah, Satan doesn't
persecutor
actually
is,
exist. Yeah, Satan doesn't actually exist in the Jewish theology. It's more of an
Yeah, so
adversary.
how does-
an
so how-
adversary?
Yeah, so,
The word Satan was
so
just
how is there
given.
now a fiery hell?
Satan was just given a name as Satan because of Lucifer. Okay, so it was given it was just
So Lucifer
a
also
label.
isn't real. Lucifer comes out of nowhere. The idea of
Lucifer
also comes out of nowhere.
was an angel. He was a light bringer.
Lucifer was not an angel.
He was an angel.
Lucifer. The idea of Lucifer, morning star, comes from a terrible translation. It's nowhere within the Tanakh.
So who
Again,
fell?
all these things
Who
are
fell to
foreign.
Earth? Wait. Who fell? Who fell to
There's no
Earth?
fallen angels.
Yes,
There's no
there
fallen
is.
angels.
Who
Oh my
fell to
goodness,
Earth with
wow.
Adam and Eve?
Might as well say there's no
Where are you
God,
getting-
bro.
Okay, who was the
Now you're
serpent?
getting the idea
Okay,
about-
wait. Who was the serpent?
The serpent is a metaphor for human desire. It's
Well, you
it's
let-
the evil.
let's
It's
get
the
a
evil
look at
inclination. The snake is, for example, why
The
is
serpent's
the
not a
snake?
snake.
The snake got punished and made slither. It's a snake.
It
said
wasn't
it's
a snake, it was a
cunning,
serpent.
It's cunning. It's enticing.
Wait,
Wait,
It
wait,
says
it wasn't a
Nachash.
snake.
Nachash is a snake.
Was it? It was
It
a
says
serpent.
Nachash. Nachash is a snake.
It was a serpent, not a
Okay.
snake.
Nachash means a snake. Right? Snake, that's the idea. And it says the snake with cunning. The snake was enticing. And it's a metaphor for evil inclination. It says a son. It says in the Torah, or sorry, the Tanakh, that son will not die for the sins of his father, and the father will not die for the sins of his son. Every man shall die for their own sins. So this message is repeated through the Tanakh.
Will you
Message is
do me a
absolutely
favor and
repeated.
bring up Genesis in the Tanakh for us quickly?
Okay. I got it up here
Awesome.
now. Alright.
Then we'll share it on from your screen. I'll have to stop sharing mine. By the way, still, dude, I have no issues against you. Love you, man, and I'm enjoying this discussion.
Oh, yes, me as well. Here, I'm gonna try to share my screen. I hope this works. My internet isn't that good. You should be able to see this.
With offset. Yeah, let me put it on. There we go. Okay, it's still not showing. It's just a blank screen at the moment, waiting for it to load.
I don't have the best Wi-Fi, but I am.
stress. Otherwise, I'll try get it on my side up, which will be your best translation, I'd say.
Okay. Because for the Jewish perspective, and this is just what's in the Hebrew, Satan or sorry, can I ask? In Christianity, is Satan and Lucifer the same?
Yes, same person.
Lucifer's his angelic name, and then he became Satan.
Okay. So, at what point does Satan leave heaven, leave God's realm?
When he tried to equal himself as God, then
it
God,
doesn't give you a
God
timeline.
it doesn't give a timeline, but it just tells you.
How's it happening? Yeah.
Can I? So, do you know when
Is
this
it-
happens in the Old Testament?
No. Let me try.
Because Hasatan appears in Job, in the book of Job, where
Yeah,
Hasatan
Job,
is
yeah,
in
yeah.
heaven talking to God,
Yes.
right? And Hasatan goes back down to earth and goes back up to heaven because Hasatan is just the title of an angel. It means an angel that's acting as a persecutor.
Mm-hmm.
That's as simple as it gets. We think, again, as Jews, we think evil is it's a human inclination. It's an animalistic inclination to do evil, to be selfish, to be greedy, to lust, to eat whatever. It's a human desire.
Mm-hmm.
And
It is.
that's
It
the
is
idea of this.
Absolutely.
But
It's a
we
human
don't say it's Satan and that Jesus died for our sins. No, there's no original sin, and that we all die for our own sins. That's the message that's repeated within the Tanakh.
I think I read chapter 2. Is this Shabbat.org okay? The complete Jewish Bible.
Yes.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna stop streaming because it's
Yeah.
It's destroying
It's
my
not
connection.
showing
But yeah,
that.
here,
So I want to go specifically.
It won't let me see your screen, but if you could tell me the verse that you're
Okay.
looking at, I can go
Chapter
to that.
3, verse 1. Now the serpent was cunning, more than all these beasts of the
Yes.
field that the Lord God made. And it said to the woman, Did God indeed say, You shall not eat of any of the trees of this garden? Maybe you can read
Okay.
for us the Hebrew on the side there.
Yes, ve'anachash haya harum, which means the snake was cunning. Mikol from all the animals of the field. Asher asa Adonai Elohim, that God has made. And Vayomer El Haisha, and then it said, or Vayomer, and the snake said to the wife of the man, like Af ki amar Elohim, like did God say Lo tachlu mikol etz hagan, right? Like did God say you shall not eat from any of the trees in this garden?
Because if I'm looking at the commentary from Rabbi Rashi, that's calling it a serpent as well.
Well, that's just the translate. It says a nachash is snake.
Yeah. So it's interesting because, like I said, a lot of what I've always seen is they say it's serpent.
Can I ask, what's the difference between a snake and a serpent for your argument?
I would say because God cursed him to roll on his belly, that serpent became a snake.
What's the difference between a serpent and a snake?
Because a serpent could have legs, according to this.
Yes,
like a dragon.
Yeah, on your belly you must go. You'll eat the dust. So
you understand? Because I do believe that the serpent was probably a dragon, and that's why we see the dragon in Revelation coming up. That's that serpent.
I guess the Book of Revelations.
Yeah, the Book of Revelation does agree with Genesis.
But the problem is it's the same idea of Islam. A person who in isolation wrote a book that tries to
Islam, I know, is just based on a caravan robber that was ignorant and couldn't even read.
It's the same as Paul and the same as of John of Patmos. It's the exact same. They do the exact
not.
Same thing.
John wrote Revelation while he was in exile under Domitian's reign.
Yes, on an island. Yes, so he
under
wrote it alone.
Under Domitian's reign. Okay, that's got nothing to do with the same as Islam.
No, but he was alone when he wrote it. So Muhammad was alone when he created the Quran. Right?
Was Moses alone with the burning bush?
Was Moses with but it was just an angel, but God revealed himself to everyone.
It was
God
Jesus.
revealed himself
That
to
was
1.5
Yahweh.
million people at Sinai.
That was Yahweh. Remember in Genesis 12?
On Sinai.
Yeah. Did anybody see?
It was. Nobody. It said you saw no form, so don't create an image. Like there was no form. God was there. God says you saw no form at Sinai, so do not create images or symbols to represent me. Right?
I just want
Because again, God has no form because God is not a human. God says, "I am not a human."
I just want to quickly get something up for you.
Okay.
With Moses, specifically Exodus 33. Why is it not showing up?
Oh, did it?
Okay, interlinear. I like using the interlinear because it's gonna show you. That's when I get the.
For translations, I only use direct Hebrew to English, or I just read the Hebrew and I translate it myself, since I do speak
it
Hebrew.
helps you because you can speak Hebrew. I only know a few words and stuff, so, but I am trying to.
The issue I have with Christian translations is that they do deliberately change words to fit in a different narrative that is foreign to the Tanakh, which I do have a personal issue with that. I think if you really want to follow Jesus, follow what Jesus truly believed. Again, Jesus preached to Jews, right?
came for the Jews and then the Gentiles.
Paul preached to the Gentiles without actual permission from Jesus.
No.
As a matter of fact, James did not like Paul.
You keep saying that, but you can't prove that.
Okay, here.
You keep saying that, but prove that. That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you know James did not like Paul?
A
I mean,
series of letters.
they don't have to. Well, at the end of the day, they don't have to like each other. I mean, just because you're in the same faith, it doesn't mean you have to like the person
So
that you're
Paul.
next to.
So
You
the
have to
Act of
love them.
Apostles. Do you know the Act of Apostles?
Yes, of course.
Even okay. So Act of Paul. So Paul's own letters, including the Act of Apostles, which is written sometime after Jesus. They're very valuable, right? Now, in Galatians, right? Paul writes that's but when Cephas came to Antioch, I opposed him to his face. Before certain men came to James, he used to eat with Gentiles. Right? Peter was eating with Gentiles, and people from James arrived. Peter withdrew. Paul publicly rebuked Peter. Right? And then again, certain ones from James, and Paul's writing, it says certain men from James, where like people being associated with James, in Paul's opinion, was bad. Again, Paul wrote it, and then Paul also in Galatians 2:4 complains about false brothers being sent, right?
But how do you know who he's talking
So there
about?
was, because this is Paul's writing about James and Peter.
You mean he's writing?
This is from Paul.
How do you know he's writing about James? Does it say?
It says certain ones from James. Like it says people certain men from James, and Paul often associates people from James, and then he leaves. Peter withdrew, then Paul rebukes Peter. Yeah, there is conflict within the movement.
I really don't.
This is from Galatians. This is from Paul's writing himself. You could look into this. So I do, and now if you look at like Bereshit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard people say it says that and then the Holy Spirit was on the water. That's nowhere in the actual Hebrew. Again, Christians put that in there to insert the Trinity, and even the Council of Nicaea, it was almost a 50-50 split on whether the Trinity was real or not, because they couldn't agree on their own. It's so problematic. You have to assume, in order to be Christian, you have to assume so many different things that contradict each other.
It says, yeah, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the water. That's Genesis 1, verse 2.
Is it capitalized? Here.
Yes, capitalized.
Which one is it?
God. Let me put it up on screen again for you. I had, it's that same Bible.
Can you tell me the verse?
Yes, Genesis 1, verse 2.
Banana said something interesting. He says, if the snake stroke serpent was a metaphor, as is being claimed, how did it speak?
It says, so in Genesis 1:2, it says, Veruach Elohim, in the wind of God.
Mm-hmm.
The wind, the essence of God was there.
Ruach, yeah.
Yeah, so the
Ruach
wind
is
of
the
God,
spirit of wind,
it's
yeah.
not a Holy Spirit. It doesn't say different, there's no capital
Well,
H,
Elohim,
Holy Spirit.
Elohim is plural though, correct?
No, Elohim, no, it's not necessarily plural. It's again another Christian thought that you've been told.
No,
it's like the word here.
Because that
the word sheep, singular or plural.
That im at the end of Elohim makes it plural.
No.
Yes.
I know Hebrew. Tell me, is the word sheep singular or plural?
Plural.
Is it singular as well?
Yes, you can use it in singular, but that's English. That's not. But that's in English. It's not in Hebrew. In the Hebrew, Adonai is also a plural. Like you have the Adonai, it's a plurality.
Adonai means my Lord. One. It says Adonai.
Well, Abraham said to the three men in Genesis 15, Adonai. Okay, so he called all three of them Adonai.
No.
Yes, it's plural. No. It's plural. Adonai's plural, so
and
so is
Can you pull up that verse? Adonai is not plural. Elohim is it's the same grammatical essence of saying the word sheep, where it could be singular, could be plural. And if you want to know which one it is, ask a native Hebrew speaker. They will tell you, because you have to look at the surrounding words, look at how it's used. There's one sheep there.
It says,
Sorry,
yes,
you cut out
Adonai
there.
is formally a plural noun in Hebrew. Genesis 15, verse 2.
Genesis 15 verse 2. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at that.
Yeah, and
Genesis
also, like you
15
say about
verse-
Paul, you were on about Paul and Paul rebuking Peter. So what? That's what brothers do. They rebuke each other if they're in the wrong. You know, that's how you stop them from
That's-
Yeah,
falling.
Wanna put the
they
lexicon?
had their disagreements. Yeah, they had their
Well,
disagreements.
yeah, but
And
no, rebuking them doesn't mean to say they continually had a disagreement. It's a rebuke. It's a correction. You know, that's all it is. There's nothing.
okay, I see what you mean with that. Yes,
You know, it's just silly. That's silly to say
I
that and say
but
that
however,
faith is
although they
wrong
did
based
publicly.
on something like that. You know.
Yes. So the fact that he did correct them publicly when they were there, does that mean that Paul must have said other things wrong? Right? That can imply that Paul has said things incorrectly.
So,
Right?
Well,
Paul
it's
might have
Paul-
misspoke. And
Well, it was Paul that rebuked Peter, wasn't it?
okay.
sorry, Peter could have misspoke, but Paul and Peter disagreed with each other. And then
Look,
for Genesis
Boss.
15.
Listen, they're men. They're fallible. I look before Peter. Denied Jesus 3 times. No,
Okay.
but still. Go on. What? Sorry. Go on.
Okay, yeah. So Genesis 15, so 15 verse 2.
Adonai
Oh.
Yahweh.
Okay, the word of the Lord. It says Hayad Davar Adonai. So and when I say Adonai, I'm referring to the Tetragrammaton. I don't say that word.
Yeah, you guys
Hayad
can't say
Var
that,
Adonai.
unfortunately, yes.
Yes,
'Cause out of respect,
Abraham
so-
to Abraham. Right? Then he says like, "Fear not." Right. So an angel appeared. Okay? Abraham said, "Right, Adonai, Adonai." Right? He's saying like, "Oh Lord," and then he says the name of God.
Yes.
And
Adonai,
Mati
Adonai.
Tenli. Like, what will you give me since I'm childless? So I don't know what he's not talking to
Okay, let me
3
get
different angels
let
here.
me get another. I think it was 12. Which one was it? I think it was 19, not 12, 19. There we go. Okay, now there's 2 angels here, okay? I think it was this one.
Okay.
Sodom, when Lot saw them, he rose. No, it wasn't this. Yeah, because I think it's Yahweh said to Yahweh. If you go, these adverts are irritating. Just trying to get.
I've heard of that one before. Of it says the name of the God said to.
Yeah,
the
so
God,
Adonai
it's
said
just
to
the
Adonai.
angel. Yeah, it's just the angel. The angel is referred to the same. It's referred to as the same. It's just how the Hebrew works.
But do you know that? But the angel has.
It's not Jesus.
But that is Jesus.
Sorry.
Because Yahweh says
No,
to
it's not
Yahweh,
Jesus.
the Tetragrammaton.
Is Jesus Yahweh? Is Jesus
Yes.
him? Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But
Yeah. Yes.
so what's the difference? I thought that those two. So I thought the
So
God,
the Father-
the Father, and the Son were not the same.
So the Father is Yahweh, Jesus is Yahweh, and the Holy Spirit is Yahweh.
Okay, so when the YHVH says that I'm not a human, that's Jesus saying he's not a human.
Yeah, because
when the YHVH is saying
because he
to
was
not make
not-
an image of me.
remember Jesus was
when-
not incarnate yet. So he was
So
still
when
he was still the
YHVH
Word. He was still the Word at that time.
Okay, so
wanna
when
find
the
something
YHVH is saying and telling the prophets everything, that makes absolutely no sense, because the YHVH has said so many things that contradict the idea of Jesus. Also, the idea of like God or Jesus. YHVH says, "I'm one." Alone. Right, I created the world alone.
Well-
There's no one else but me.
Yeah, but that
Right?
alone
that is
that alone is echad, correct?
it says echad and levad. It says
Yeah,
levadon.
lebad. Yeah, exactly.
Means
But
alone.
echad is a unit.
There's, like,
it's
no
a
one else.
collective. Yes, because remember, it's
No, echad
it's
just
telling.
echad means one.
Yes, but it's talking about the false gods.
One and three,
so
just
it's
one.
saying you can't go and worship other gods; they're all false. Only Adonai Yahweh is the actual God. That's what it's saying. The true
It
God.
also says that Yahweh's, or sorry, I keep on saying it because I speak as like when I hear it a bunch of but it's
I actually
like
got
YHVH saying that he created the world alone.
alone.
Right?
Yes,
There's no
yes.
one else besides
Jesus was
him.
Jesus was part of it, because when we look in the New Testament,
Jesus was not part of creation.
Yes, he was eternal.
Was
He was
In the
part of
beginning
Elohim.
was
He's
the
part of the
Word.
Elohim. But that's how I want to go. If we go to
So Jesus-
Genesis 1:26. Do you know
On
1:26?
26, I've heard this argument before. The verse right after proves it wrong.
Okay.
For the
Well, yeah, but no, but you, as Hebrew, you know that word him can denote plurality too. Because
where does it say the word here? Elohim vayomer, and then the
Okay,
angel said,
Elohim, let us, Nachesh, make man, Adam.
"Yes,
In
Adam
our image,
b'tzelmenu,
Yeah.
in our image." Yes,
So why is
what's
this
the
in
next verse?
why is this in plurality?
it's angels speaking.
No, it's not.
Is there angels speaking? Yes, because look at the next verse.
Is the angels
Look
made
at
in
the
the
next
image
verse.
of God?
no.
Look at the next
Wait,
verse.
wait. Are the angels in the image of God?
I don't have to answer your question because the next verse will do it for
No,
me.
the next verse makes my point that it's a singular God.
No.
Yes, but I'm asking you specifically
Look-
right
look
now.
at the next
wait.
verse.
Before we move on there, I'm gonna definitely
The
go
angels
there now.
make I'll answer you. The angels make a suggestion in God's court.
It's
to
not an
make
angel.
man
There's
in
no
their
angels
image.
talking here.
No.
There's no angels
Let's
talking
us make man an hour. Let's
Yes,
us
yes.
make man an hour.
here. Yes. In,
Yeah, well, angels ain't.
What
now,
is
now, now,
Elohim
now, in
this case
his
referring to
own
angels?
image. In the
So,
image of
because the
God.
suggestion and one is so the first verse is the suggestion and the second is the action.
So when it says
So the suggestion is the angels saying, "Vayomer Elohim." So the angels are talking. Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, right? And then verse right after, Vayivra Elohim, and God made man in His image.
Amen, his
And-
image,
in
because
this
it's one
image of
God. It's one God. Yahweh is
So
one
the
God.
So yes, yeah, one God, and so the verse prior are the angels speaking.
No. The angels are not
Yes.
created in the image of God.
No.
Have
Yes,
you ever read?
Yeah, it
have
says
you
here
ever-
in
have you ever
27,
read-
in verse 27, in the image of God, He created him.
You've read, if
Wait.
you read in the
So-
Bible,
You were
images
saying-
what angels look like.
Okay, do you know? Have you read Ezekiel before? How the angels look in Ezekiel,
Yes, I've read Ezekiel.
and how do the angels look like
I know,
in Ezekiel?
The seraphim have 6 wings or 6 wings. The orphanim have wheels on wheels. But here
Do we look like any
it
of
says,
that?
hold on. No, because it doesn't say a physical snapshot like a picture. It says image. It says
We are in the image
it doesn't mean a
of.
physical
We are in the
picture, like a
image of.
drawing.
We're in the image of Elohim,
It's not
of
a-
Yahweh, correct?
No, but it's not it's not a physical. God has no form. How can
Yes,
we
God
be
has
in
a
in a
form.
physical image? No, God says, "I have no form." You saw no form at Sinai.
The Father. What? Well, why did he tell Moses to hide within the cleft of the rock so he can see his back?
Did not look at.
That
You
is
know,
form.
you-
That is
God-
form.
God says, "You cannot look at my face and live."
Exactly. So
Cannot
that's
look at-
why. That's why, as plural again.
Oh, but
No,
a face
Yahweh
it's
was
anthropomorphism.
that Adonai
it's
Yahweh.
anthropomorphism.
That Adonai Yahweh was again in plural form, saying, "You shall not see
but
our face and live." So you can see our
No,
back.
It says the idea here is anthropomorphism, right? How do you describe the face of God or the front of God? You can't. So the Hebrew here does it. It's anthropomorphism, so we as humans can understand it, and to build a relationship with God. That's the entire point of the Torah. And then again, God says, "You saw no form at Sinai." So if we were made in the physical image of God, we would have no form because God also has no form.
Yes, he does. That's how he has a back. That's why he talks about a face.
So when God said when God said you had no, or I had no form, lying. What you're suggesting that God is lying.
No, what I'm saying is there's 3 persons as one
So
God.
God has a form, but so God
would you
has
say?
a form, but He's saying
Would
that
you
he
say? Would you say the Holy Spirit is just the Spirit?
Holy Spirit is a Christian
The Ruach.
idea.
well, the Ruach.
Ruach Kadosh is essentially somebody who acts holy, like somebody who has who's somebody who acts with God. Right? That's the Ruach Kadosh. The idea of a Holy Spirit being a separate entity, again, Christian fabrication, nowhere present in the Tanakh.
And
As a matter of fact, the only way Christians can prove that it's in the Tanakh is by using terrible translations that Christians created to put it in. And I think that is so problematic because in order to be Christian, you now have to assume all these things are right.
I don't agree
keep
with
saying
that.
that Christians created. You keep saying that. Where do you get this
That
from?
what was?
That's what you keep saying, but you don't prove that Christians created
Sorry,
that.
the Christians translated it. Yes, because
Okay.
we have manuscripts
You're
of
talking about
it
the
before.
creation where they say no, they created this and created that. You're
Yeah,
just saying that.
because the Hebrew translations don't actually include that. It's the Septuagint that does. And the Septuagint, aside from the first 5 books, which were produced by the rabbis, the rest weren't. The rest were produced by people who believed in Jesus. So of course they would insert it.
Remember I brought up Isaiah 6 verse 1 earlier.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I just want to quickly read about this quickly, okay? In the year of King Uzziah's death, I saw the Lord sitting on a throne. Okay? How does someone without form sit on a throne? And how do you see him?
It's anthropomorphism.
Right.
How do you get that in the language written?
How do you get anthropomorphism in the language written?
Yeah, because you're claiming it's
Anthropomorphism is a
anthropomorphism.
You're just claiming it.
Because when
where
God says
does
that
it-
he's
where does it say-
a devouring fire and a jealous God, it's a devouring fire.
Okay,
Is God a devouring fire, or is there anthropomorphism?
that's anthropomorphism.
That
Okay,
is,
so that's
different.
anthropomorphism, but everything else isn't.
No, because this is
which
this
is-
the language
my
used here. The language used here is he saw Yahweh sitting on the throne. That is not.
Yes.
That is a
the same way as
straightforward
the king
statement.
sits on a throne.
Okay, so if we read further in 3, it says, Holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. Okay? Now this is
These are the angels
this is
speaking.
actual vision, yes. Do you know who that Lord of hosts is?
God.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Mm,
Exactly. God.
That's a bit of a stretch. It says YHVH.
Yes, Yahweh. I told
It
you.
says holy, holy, holy.
Jesus is
Now
Yahweh.
you're saying I don't see a lot. I don't think Christians agree with you. I don't think most
Actually, that's Christian theology. Jesus is the Lord of hosts.
I from where, according to who's Jesus?
According to the
Lord of hosts?
Bible.
Which Bible?
The Bible. What do you mean, what Bible?
Well,
The one we got on
Because
screen.
okay, but no, that's not actually saying like. Again, every knee. Okay, in Isaiah 45:23, right? Again, every knee shall bow to YHVH and YHVH
Jesus,
alone,
yes.
right?
And Jesus says, every knee will bow.
Yeah.
Every tongue will confess that I am the Lord God. Those are Jesus'
Okay.
own words.
Okay, one sec. Okay. Now, again, YHVH, the same YHVH, Numbers 23:19. God is not a man that he should lie, nor a son of man that he should repent.
Now you see, there's
Okay.
the language which is telling you he's not like a man. So if he makes a promise, he keeps it. If he doesn't lie like a man, because he's God.
right.
But was God a so
So he's comparing us
okay.
to
Yeah,
man,
and-
human
yeah.
nature. He's comparing himself to human nature. So he's saying, I am not like humans that are able to lie. I'm not like humans that are able to.
Okay, but now
to
in
not keep
Hosea
promises.
11:9, God said in Hosea 11:9, God says, "For I am God and not a man."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, God distinguishes himself from humanity.
When did Jesus
okay?
become man? Before or after
when
Hosea?
he was born,
So when he
or
became
after Hosea, sure.
Yeah, exactly. So when Jesus became
then-
incarnate as man, that is when he became man. But that doesn't doesn't mean the Father God is still not God the Father, Yahweh. And the Holy
so
Spirit is still not God.
Okay, so in Deuteronomy 4:12, when God says you heard the sound of words, but remember you saw no form.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, did Jesus have form?
Yes, Jesus had to have form because he showed himself as the angel of the Lord to Moses. He showed himself as the angel of the Lord when he went to.
So Jesus is a burning bush. So
he
Jesus
manifested
is a burning bush.
in the burning bush.
Jesus.
The angel of the Lord, yes.
All right, Jesus. So Jesus is an angel.
The angel of the Lord.
So
It's a title.
That just
And
it just means
an
a messenger.
angel is a
title.
messenger. So
Yes,
is the
Jesus
angel?
Jesus is a messenger. He's a prophet.
He's a messenger.
He's a Messiah. He's the
Wait,
anointed
Jesus
one.
is the prophets.
Jesus is everything.
He's everything.
Okay, so Jesus is the
All
Messiah,
about
even
Jesus.
though the qualifications of the Messiah, that he brings world peace, which hasn't happened yet, that he has a human father and human mother. He doesn't have a human father.
He does.
That he rebuilds
By
the temple.
Joseph. Joseph is not
But
his biological
biological,
human father, but he has a human father.
But it has to be. We've been over this. It has to be biological, which it doesn't fulfill
it
this
doesn't have to be.
qualification.
That's what you say.
It has to be, because why would,
No.
if a prophet is lying?
Okay,
then
let's put it this
it's
way.
all
Let's put it this way.
shambles, and a
According
prophet will not lie.
to the Jewish beliefs, okay, would the Messiah be the Son of God?
Sorry, you're cutting out.
Sorry,
You're cutting
according
out.
to your guys' Jewish beliefs, would the Messiah be the Son of God?
No.
Exactly. So that already disqualifies your
But
interpretation
that's
of
in
the
the that's
scriptures.
in the Tanakh. That's just what's in the Old Testament.
Because remember, the prophecy about Jesus coming was to come as a man, okay? The interpretation wasn't he would come as a man from God.
A normal human. It's a normal
And
human.
Jesus
man.
was
That's
a
it.
human, born of a virgin.
And his father is God.
Yes. Because it even tells us Jesus is in the
that's
bosom of
completely
the
foreign to
Father.
Judaism.
It even says Jesus in the bosom of his Father.
According to the New Testament.
Yeah, according to the
Again,
New Testament, obviously,
if-
but the two powers in heaven is also in the Old Testament.
No.
Yes. Exodus shows the two powers in heaven. Genesis shows the two powers in heaven. Even if you
Show me
guys
in
read the
Exodus
Shema,
two
even the
powers in
Shema,
heaven.
even the Shema, Deuteronomy 6 verse 4. Eloheinu
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Echad.
Echad. That Echad shows a collective plurality of God.
No, it just shows. It says, listen, Israel. The YHVH is our God, and YHVH is one.
Echad.
That's it.
Echad.
One. He's one God.
So when it's
God.
talking about Echad, it's talking about one God, as in plurality, together, united.
No.
Do you know that
only
all
one
the
God.
language in the Old Testament before this is Israel, okay, always spoke of God in plural form.
That's a bit of a take. That's a really hot take.
No, you can look at
No,
the
this is
you can
not
look at the
true.
language. It's always in plural form.
So every
If we
time
look-
God
if
says
we
He's
look
one, He
even-
built this world alone.
Okay, let me give you an example. Man and wife shall become one flesh, echad. Are they physically one, or are they just united as one?
Okay, I'm very familiar. I'm like familiar with what the chapter. I just don't remember which one exactly. Could you tell me which one it is? Again, because it's about marriage. It's about how they have to unite and procreate. That's what
Yeah,
it's
so
talking about.
echad is united. It's in unity. Like you have a
Yeah, it's a
echad,
metaphor.
nation,
It's
like a nation. Okay, two
it's like
nations
weddings,
become
but it's
one.
just like two people are joining to become one.
Exactly, or the
It's
nation.
like one family,
one nation.
one family, three peoples, but it's not talking about God. It's talking about humans, because
Yeah,
there could
yeah,
be multiple
it's the
humans.
same
and
as-
So
humans.
some things you just said it's a metaphor. So some things are
Yeah, so-
metaphorical Some things aren't. Some things aren't. Same as what you just said.
Okay, so
So we can
in
run
that
that
case,
portal
this is
and
talking
run
about
it
humans.
for-
It's not talking about God, but
It is talking about God.
it's talking about humans, not God.
Yes.
I was talking about God. It says man and
in
woman.
the
but come
Shema,
on.
it's talking about God, as in united, echad. Because if you wanted
is
to,
God- like,
if
is
he
it-
wanted to say just one and not in united as one, he would have used what's that other word now? Now it's totally going out of my head.
Labad would
Yichad.
Lavado.
Yigad.
Ichad is no. It's echad means one.
Yeah, but
It's like
you would have
when you
used
count, you do
yichad.
Echad,
But
Shtaim,
he,
Shalosh.
but he would have used yichad then.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't have.
Yes, it
No,
would.
I don't know where you got that from.
Yachid.
saying yes,
I
but
think it's
no,
Yachid.
it's not
I think
Hebrew.
that's how
Yeah.
you pronounce it. Yachid. Yachid.
Yeah, Yachid is a grammatical tense to show something is singular.
Yes,
Singular
and
versus
it's used
plural,
echad.
yeah.
That's my point. So why didn't he not use Yachid but used echad?
Okay, why didn't God say he's 3 in 1?
He did when he says echad. When he says Elohim, echad.
Just a 3.
Elohim is a
It could be
plural.
7.
That
it could be
im
10.
When he says Eloheinu, it's the root word from Elo, so Elohim. So it's coming from our
No,
God.
Eloheinu
Eloheinu is our God.
It says the
but
Lord
the
is our
root
God,
i-
and the
but the root
Lord
comes-
is one.
But the root comes from Elohim. Okay. Eloheinu, the root is Elohim.
Do you speak Hebrew? Do you read Hebrew?
Like I said, I'm learning, but obviously you know more than me because you are Hebrew.
You're-
But
yes,
at least
and
I
will
do
tell
know
you
the
in any
different
re-
suffixes. I am able to know the different suffixes and different meanings between.
Okay, so
because that's what I'm learning.
Eloheinu
Is our
Eloheinu
God.
means our God, right?
Our God, yes.
So it says Adonai Eloheinu.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
So Adonai is our God. Yahweh is our God.
Yes.
Yes.
Adonai Echad.
Echad, one in unity.
Okay.
If he wanted to say it was just one God, he would have used Yachid. But he used Echad because he's doing this
Because
in plurality united form.
No, because that wouldn't make sense grammatically to say Adonai Echid. That does not make sense grammatically.
So when it's Eloheinu, is it a united form of it's our God that's united?
It's just
That's-
saying it's just saying
it's a
this-
single-
It's just saying Yahweh is our God. It's just this is our Yahweh. This is our God. Elohei no, Elohei anachnu.
He's saying it's our
Like
God.
Elohei
And the
singular.
our?
Actually, that is singular. Elohei shalanu. That is singular.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But it's in plurality form.
So it's referring to a singular being. No, Eloheinu.
God
is
is singular,
not in plurality form.
100% agree. It's one God.
Yes,
But it's with three distinct persons. That's why when you look at the three
which
persons,
is a Christian concept.
that's why when you look at the the three persons in Genesis,
There's no three, they're all just
Abraham calls
angels.
him
That's it.
Adonai Yahweh. He calls them,
That's
or
just how
him,
that's
all
because the
three,
person
Adonai Yahweh.
Because yes, no, no,
Yes.
Abraham does not do that. We've been over this.
Yes, he does.
Doesn't mean to say you're right.
No,
Because we've been over it.
Eloheinu is Elohei Shalanu, Elohei Anachnu, like our one God. I don't know where you're gonna do it. Where
Let me get it up quickly.
Abraham is calling all three angels.
Genesis 18.
I don't know where you're getting it from.
Okay, so let's read it through. So now the Lord appeared to him by the oaks of Mamre while he was sitting at the tent door in the heat of the day. Okay, that says the Lord.
Okay.
That's singular, correct? Yahweh appeared.
So yes.
Okay, so we go to 2. When he lifted his eyes and looked, behold, 3 men were standing opposite him. And when he saw them, he ran to the tent door to meet them and bowed himself to the earth. Okay, we see he's bowed to all 3 of those men. And he said,
Yeah.
Adonai, that's my Lord, if now I have found favor in your sight.
To God.
Yeah, it's all 3 of them.
Abraham recognizes that they're angels.
Wait, no, it just said, it said Yahweh appeared to them.
Yes. Yeah. It says.
So let's go back,
sorry,
let's
I
go
shouldn't
back.
Say, it says the Lord appeared. The Lord appeared.
There we go.
right?
Yahweh.
And
There we
then
go. God.
Moses saw 3 men who were angels.
So the Lord appeared, as in those 3 men is Yahweh.
Yes, it's the same thing as the burning bush.
So are the angels?
It says like,
are
it says like
angels? Wait. Are angels Yahweh?
no, the angels act as like the hand.
So they are not. Yeah, they can only be messengers.
Yeah.
So it'll use Malech if it was just angels, correct?
No,
As
no, it won't just do that.
well, yeah, it's telling us. Yeah, it's telling.
when
But you see, right here, it's telling us
When-
Yahweh appeared to them. So God appeared to him as 3 men, and he bowed to them and said Adonai. So he called
but it's referring.
so he called all
So
3 of them Adonai.
which one of the 3? So you think all 3 are all like the
Adonai.
YHVH?
All of them are God. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought so. You really?
Well, that's what you're reading here, is it not? Yahweh appeared to him. He looked up, 3 men were there. He bowed his face and said, "My Lord Adonai."
Okay. No.
Yes,
No,
that's
no,
what
no.
we just read.
This is. No, I get what you're saying. That's again. These are angels.
No,
if
it's
this
not
was-
saying they're angels.
Like,
No.
God does not go to Earth. God
Why?
does not go to Earth.
He just
He
did.
sends angels to Earth.
He did. God walked with Moses. God walked with Adam and Eve, and God
Well,
walked
Where does
with Abraham.
No.
Hold on. Didn't he walk in the Garden of Eden?
Yes, he did.
An angel?
No. Does it say that?
Doesn't say angel. You see, this is kind of perplexing if you read it for what it actually says there.
No, but when you also understand the Hebrew and you understand the context of how the narrative functions, you do understand that. Like when you read it front to back, let's just take somebody who's never read the Bible in their life and they know Hebrew, and they read it and they read the Old Testament front to back. There's 0 chance they ever find a Trinity or Jesus.
I don't agree with that.
There's 0% chance.
I don't agree with that.
There's genuinely 0% chance.
I don't agree with that, man.
That's what
Genuinely.
you say. That's what you say.
No, because every Christians just essentially read
You can't-
Jesus
you can't-
into
you
different
can't
things within the Old
repeat-
Testament.
You can't speak for.
But wait,
If-
okay,
if
okay.
God-
But
if
let's just
God
place.
was 3 and 1. Why wouldn't God say so?
He just did. He appeared to him
Yes.
with 3 men
No, why wouldn't God say so?
because it was already a
Why
known
wouldn't God
fact.
tell Moses?
They already knew.
According
Moses.
to who?
Moses says he hid his face from them. He hid
Okay,
from them
which
behind the
chapter,
cleft of the
verse?
rock. He hid from them in the cleft of the rock. It's all plural language. Just like we just read, yeah.
Do you mind if I? Do you mind?
Yeah?
This is in Exodus. Do you know which chapter this is in Exodus?
33?
33.
I think,
Okay,
let me
I'll
go
take a look at
see.
this.
Build Esau for coming now. I don't know. I'll first have to go and look it up. It's internet.
This is the burning bush. This is the burning bush. He said he was afraid to look at God, not them.
Elohim.
El Ha Elohim.
That's Exodus
Yeah,
34.
that's
No.
yeah. No, Exodus 3:6.
Exodus
Exodus 3:6.
Exodus 3:6.
Ha Elohim's at God. So again, when it's referring, yeah, singular verbs, singular adjectives. It says Yereh, which is singular.
So he said, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob.
Yeah,
And
so
Moses
there's
hid
one.
his face, for he was afraid to look at Elohim. Why did it not use Yahweh
God.
there? Why did it use Elohim and not Yahweh?
It's Elohim. Means,
plural.
Like it's treated as no, it's not plural. It says Yereh, which means like looked at the singular God.
Yes, it's
Yada
one
is
God
singular.
in plural form.
No, but it's not them. It's one. It's just one. It's a him. It's a El Ha-Elohim. Again, again, in Hebrew, Elohim is like the word sheep. It could be singular or
Okay.
plural. In this case, it says Yare is
Well,
singular.
why is it not using just Yahweh? Why is it not saying look at Yahweh? Why is it saying looking at Elohim?
It's just Hebrew. It's just the way Hebrew
Yeah,
works.
it's
If
because
you're,
the language is showing
no, well,
the plurality.
because the thing is, no, the
Because there was more than
language
one.
is not showing plurality.
There was more than one person there.
No. The YHVH is God's covenant personal name, and the Elohim is like God as a powerful, all-inspiring deity, right? It often switches between the names for theological nuance, not because a different being is meant. Right? It says Exodus 32, Malach YHVH.
Malach is the angel, is an
It's
angel,
a-
messenger
Angel of YHVH
of
appeared.
God, and that's Jesus.
Vaikra Allah. No,
Yes.
like, okay. So there's 3 in 1, and the one is saying things that contradict the New Testament.
I don't see
Why
contradictions.
do the
in the New
prophets?
Testament.
Why do the prophets record that man shall not die for another man's sin?
Because man cannot take
That's
sin.
what
There's-
God told them.
But that's why Jesus had to come as God. That's why you have to understand, Jesus was not just merely human, he was fully man and fully God. If he was just man, he would be a sacrifice, and we all know God is against human sacrifice. That's forbid. You would agree?
So God sacrificed himself. That's it.
He gave up his life for us. So he wasn't sacrificed, he gave his life. There's a difference. And the thing is, because he was God and human, he wasn't just human. So if it was just a normal, ordinary human, it would be a human sacrifice. Okay? So human sacrifice
So
is against,
whose
we would
words
agree,
are more
against
important,
Jewish.
Jesus or God?
Sorry? Sorry?
So whose words are more valuable, the words of Jesus or the words of the YHVH in the Old
It's the
Testament?
same God.
So who do you follow?
The
Which one
same,
should I
the
follow?
same God, Yahweh.
So should I do the commandments? As an Orthodox Jew, should I keep
Amen.
the commandments?
Everybody should, even as a Christian, you hold to the 10 Commandments, always.
So my commandments say that God is not a man. God has no form. You should not make an image or symbol of God. It also says that God is not a human. Yeah, so God is one. God is singular. God created the universe alone.
Can you show me where that is in the
God's words.
10 Commandments?
First commandment,
Is to love
and
your
the Lord
God.
your God.
Love the Lord your God with all your heart.
It says, Anochi Hashem Adonai. It says, I am the Lord your God.
Mm-hmm. And Jesus is Adonai. So we're keeping with that commandment.
Anochi Hashem doesn't say to love. It's just there's one God.
Amen. There's one God. We only worship one God.
Yes. Yes, but it says to not worship a man.
No, we're not worshiping a man. We're worshiping God.
Oh, we're worshiping God.
Okay, so Jesus is God, and he's the Messiah. The Messiah cannot be God.
Why not?
Right.
Because it says the Messiah is fully human.
And fully God.
It never says anywhere. It also never says anywhere that the Messiah dies and comes back. So that's also not anywhere in the Old Testament.
That's what we're saying. The Old Testament is making assumptions about the Messiah. You didn't expect the Messiah to come as God. You just expected a ordinary man. And that's the problem which is happening now, which is the third temple is going to come, and you guys are waiting for a Messiah, a Mashiach, to help build this temple. This is the Antichrist, because
the Messiah is going to do
because-
certain things that's laid out in the Old Testament, and once those
yes.
things are done and the
Yes,
signs are
the
there,
Antichrist
that's
will
how
do
you
this.
know that.
The Antichrist will do this.
So
What
the
he's going to do...
Antichrist is going to bring world peace.
No, a false world peace. So what's going to happen is he's going
What's
to create...
false world peace?
He's going to create a false world peace, and he's going to stab you in the back. Okay? He's going to betray you.
And this is according to
This
who?
is according to scriptures.
John
Daniel
of
7.
Patmos?
Daniel 7, abomination of desolation.
I just have to take a look at this. Daniel 7.
It's the abomination of desolation. And Paul writes about this in 1 Thessalonians as well.
Paul is a false prophet in
No,
my
he's
opinion,
not.
but let's look at Daniel.
Okay.
Daniel 7. Okay. Let's see this. 4 winds of the heavens were stirring up in the great sea. 4 huge beasts were coming out of the sea. Each one. This is a prophecy about the next kingdoms. I've seen this before.
Go to the abomination of desolation.
Where's the abomination of desolation?
Where did I go now? I went out of everything. Hello? Raja?
I can hear you.
I clicked the wrong... Just quickly getting it up on screen for you. Daniel 9. It's Daniel 9:27.
Oh, Daniel 9, okay.
Daniel 9:27.
9:27, okay. Give me one moment. Daniel 9:27, and he will strengthen a covenant for the prices of 1 week, and half of the week he will abolish sacrifice and meal offering, and on high among abominations will be the dumb one, and until destruction and extermination befall the dumb one.
9:27. Daniel 9. Just gonna go to the blue letter, it's gonna be easier. And he shall confirm a covenant with many for 1 week. And in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice of oblation to cease. And for the overspreading of abominations he shall make it desolate, even until the consummation, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate.
What's the point of that?
That's the abomination of desolation. That's the Antichrist in the third temple. When he sets up what happens is you guys are going to get a temple built, okay, by the false Messiah. And he's going to create a 7-year peace treaty. It's going to be a false peace treaty. Halfway in that 7-year peace treaty, he's going to betray the Jews. And he's
so
going,
the Antichrist is also going to, yeah.
And what happens is he's going to cause what they call the abomination of desolation. So he's going to place an idol statue of himself in the temple and declare himself as God. And that's when the Great Tribulation is going to happen.
So this is pointing to the Anointed One, right? So
this is the Antichrist,
Christian
not the Anointed
Messiah.
One. No, this is the Antichrist. This is the Jewish Messiah, which is the Antichrist. And he's going to betray you guys. And through what's awesome about this, though, through this, when Jesus returns, you will all be recompensed and accept Jesus as the Messiah. Every knee and every tongue will bow and
this is about Antiochus. This is a prophecy about Antiochus.
No, this is about the Antichrist. Even Jesus referenced this in Matthew 24 when he was talking about the Antichrist coming.
The Antichrist comes from John.
No.
Matthew
24, Matthew 24, Jesus' own words talks about Daniel 9:27, the Antichrist coming in the temple.
And Jesus is talking about the Antichrist.
Yes.
Because to me, this is talking about Antiochus Epiphanes. And again, Jesus doesn't even use the word Antichrist. He refers to Daniel's abomination of desolation, and Christians plug that in and say, "Oh, it's talking about the Antichrist." But no, he cites Daniel. He mentions the abomination of desolation, but names no one. And Antichrist, the word isn't there. The word Antichrist only appears in John.
Because
it doesn't appear anywhere in Matthew, Mark, Luke, Daniel.
Because you know who the number is. That 666 number. It just means
it's
man.
Nero.
Nope, Nero wasn't.
It's Nero.
Nero wasn't an Antichrist. Nero is not. If you add N at the end, then it's Neron. And even Neron doesn't fit.
Yeah, Neron. That's what his Hebrew name.
And Nero never went to Jerusalem. He was never in the temple ever.
No, but they would refer to.
He died. He died before he could ever go to Jerusalem. He doesn't fit.
that's
He
still an
doesn't
issue.
fit.
A lot of people.
He doesn't fit the
but when-
description for Daniel.
When you
9.
look at it historically, everybody thought he was coming back to life. And people
And-
were saying, "Oh, Nero would never die. He'll
and
come back to life,"
666
and that's why John of
and
Patmos
the
wrote
name
Revelations.
and the name of it is just referencing it will be a man. That's it. So it's saying this person will just be a man, which is your guy's Messiah, Mashiach, an ordinary man.
So
The Antichrist.
when Isaiah, Zechariah, and those guys were prophesying that, like, or when Isaiah's prophecy, that's the same man, or that was Jesus, but this one isn't.
No, when they're talking about the Messiah, the anointed one, that's Jesus, yes. But when you're looking at the abomination
The word
of desolation,
Messiah never actually appears.
it's
in the
anointed
Tanakh.
one. It's Mashiach.
There's many anointed ones.
I agree.
There's many different.
Even
people who
David
are
was anointed.
right? Yes, David was anointed, right?
Mm-hmm.
But here, the idea is, okay.
The problem is you guys have
This is
had a
talking
lot
about.
of.
This is Daniel.
There's-
The context of this chapter of Daniel 9 is Daniel talking about the next nations and the next kings that'll follow. He names Babylon, he names Persia, and then at the end, the one who will abolish sacrifice is the Greeks, the Antiochus Epiphanes. But he did abolish sacrifice and meal offering.
The temple was
and until
destroyed.
destruction and extermination.
The temple was
He
destroyed in
the temple
70
was
AD.
destroyed.
Jesus even prophesied that to happen, by the way. But the
Yes,
thing
and,
is,
and Jeremiah did the exact same.
okay, so when
Jeremiah
the temple was
prophesied it as well.
destroyed, that's not the abomination of desolation. Because the abomination of desolation specifically is an idol statue in the sanctuary, the holy place. Where stops
Yes, they
which
put idols in
stops-
there.
No, they destroyed the temple.
The Greeks under Antiochus puts idols in there.
No, they destroyed the temple and then they
Yeah.
stuck. They
Oh, and
stuck.
they put idols in there.
stuck the temple of Zeus on top of it.
The entire story of Hanukkah in the Maccabees is reclaiming the temple and
The Maccabees?
re-sanctifying it. The
But there was
Antiochus,
but there was
Antiochus abolished sacrifice and meal offering, and again put pagan statues within the holy temple. It's talking about
Did he
Antiochus
declare
again. You
himself
have to
as
follow.
God?
Like,
did he declare himself as God?
I think this is the person in this declares himself as God.
Yeah.
Is the person in Daniel 9:27 declare himself to be God?
Yes. And gives a false
Where?
peace. And gives a false peace.
Show me where in Daniel 9:27 where somebody who claims to be God does this. Again,
9:26. You have to read this, okay? And after 2 weeks shall Messiah be cut off. So I want to ask
anointed
you.
one will be the
So
one who's anointed.
so where was the
Again, this is not
Messiah?
referring to
Where
the
was the
Messiah.
Messiah between the Maccabees period?
This is not referring to. Again, your translation, Blue Letter Bible,
Okay.
is putting the word Messiah
Okay.
in there because it's a Christian
Well,
translation. This is
no,
not referring.
this is
again,
straight from the
this isn't
Hebrew.
referring to the
Wait,
Messiah.
wait, wait. But look,
No,
be
is
cut
it-
off, but not for himself. So this is talking about Jesus, the Messiah, okay, which is going to be cut off, gone, but not for
Okay,
himself. And
so
for the people,
anointed one will.
you know who this prince? You know this prince is that it's talking about, yeah.
So he will be no more, though.
No, it's he's cutting.
It says he'll be cut off and he will be no more.
No,
There's Jesus no more.
He's cut off, but not for himself. So in other words, he's not in line with the covenant. You guys cut off the covenant of him. But that's the problem. You guys
the Hebrew
had.
here says the anointed, or the Hebrew
deny
here says
Jesus.
the anointed one.
Denying Jesus. That's what's
I-
happening. You're denying Jesus.
Yes. I do think he was not the Messiah or
That's
God
what I'm saying. You're
or
denying.
a prophet. at
That's what
all.
I'm saying. You're denying him. So that's the thing. So this prince that's talking about it, that's the
It
Antichrist.
says here, after 62 weeks, the anointed one will be cut off and he will be no more. So
And-
is Jesus cut off and no more?
Yes, you denied him. He's cut off.
Is he no more? Is he now dead?
In the covenant of your life, because you guys do not accept the Messiah. You do not accept Jesus. So what happens is this prince
because
that's
he wasn't
coming
the
in his
Messiah. He didn't
place.
fulfill the requirements.
He did.
Wasn't
Now the people of the
So
prince.
there's a prince coming in the
Wait,
place, and
this is the Antichrist. This prince talking about you is the Antichrist. This is who you guys will accept as your Messiah. Okay, and
No,
he's
it
gonna
doesn't
come.
say he's he doesn't say he's anointed. It doesn't say he's anointed.
Okay, and
Okay,
he
so
will come.
do you think the disciples were Jews? Paul was a Jew. Do you think they were
Okay.
just all deceived by Christ?
Okay, we
I
just
think most of the they're all children, but Paul also never met Jesus and says stuff that contradicts Jesus.
Okay,
Paul
okay.
never talked to the Jews. He talked to
And
Gentiles.
wrote-
Okay, well, I think we should start
Right,
on
the
25
yeah.
actually. It's going to actually make it much more understanding for you to relay the bound, okay? Because this is what exactly is happening at the moment, okay? So know therefore and understand that going
Okay.
forth of the commandment to restore and build Jerusalem unto the Messiah, the Prince, shall be 7 weeks. That's that 7-year peace treaty I was talking about, okay? And 62 weeks.
Okay.
The street shall be built again, and the wall. Remember, the wall fell. Okay, even in troublous times.
Which wall?
You guys only have the western wall left, because everything fell.
Yes, yeah, but
Okay.
but yeah, yes.
Okay, so then it's saying after that. So after that, the Messiah will be cut off. Okay, so nobody will believe in the Messiah anymore. You know, it's cut off because.
No, but it's the anointed.
But he's
king.
not doing it for
It's
himself.
the anointed
Yeah.
king of.
Okay, but
It's
it's
the anointed
saying
king of Jerusalem.
yes, and now it's
Jesus,
saying.
Jesus was never the anointed king of
He's
Jerusalem.
always been the king of Jerusalem. They even worshipped him and sang Hosanna when he came on the colt, the donkeys, into Jerusalem.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so
Jews en masse were never calling Jesus king.
Yes,
As
they
a matter
did.
of fact, the Romans killed him for that.
that's what. No, the Romans
mass?
killed him for
No.
blasphemy.
The Romans killed him for blasphemy.
What happened is
as a Jew,
the
I don't
Jews.
think- I don't
What
think he
happened
ever
is
called you God.
Caiaphas and Annas had conspired because of blasphemy. They wanted him trialed for blasphemy, so they trialed him under the old Jewish law. But then they convicted him to the Roman judicial system because they weren't allowed to sentence him to death. So what they did is they took it as a revolt.
Well, also,
So-
Jews
so-
don't send people to death.
No, they
Like-
do, but based under the judicial law, they couldn't put him under.
No, but they never have. You could look at the Sanhedrin logs with the
Jesus
with the
went
Talmud,
through
they've
3
never sent anyone
trials.
to death.
Jesus went through 3 trials before he was eventually
And not sent to death.
he was sent to death eventually after 3 trials.
Not by the Jews.
Yes, he was in
He
a
sent to death
he
by the
was
Romans.
he was trialed by Caiaphas and Annas before he was sent to Pontius Pilate.
So not by the Sanhedrin.
Caiaphas is the head.
Sanhedrin is of the
And
Jewish
Annas.
court. The Sanhedrin.
Yes, Caiaphas and
These
Annas.
people, or
They
these
were
are people of the So the Sanhedrin.
Yes, they trialed
They
him for
found him,
blasphemy.
and they did not
found
send him to death.
They found him guilty of blasphemy. Okay?
According
So-
to which book?
Because Jesus said he was equal with God.
I don't think he ever said that.
Yeah.
Okay, but we'll get to that another time. Let's first move on to this, okay?
Yeah.
So we're seeing here this
Okay.
Prince of Peace. This is the false Messiah, the person you guys are going to accept as your Mashiach, helping you build the city and giving this peace that's coming. Okay?
But the Messiah was cut off.
Yes, but this prince is not the Messiah.
Yeah.
This prince is
It's
the
a prince. He's like-
Antichrist. You understand? So you guys are misunderstanding.
How is
that-
he an Antichrist?
How is he?
But he's not the Messiah.
No,
prince
he's
is
not.
the Messiah.
The prince is not the Messiah, but you see him as the Messiah
Exactly. Why would I see him as the Messiah?
because he makes a peace. You guys are waiting for peace. He helps build the temple.
Where does he make peace?
It says here, shall 7 weeks. There, the prince shall be 7
Yeah,
weeks.
the Messiah.
He will
Messiah.
build unto the Messiah the prince. Okay, this Messiah
the
the
Messiah
prince
the
is
prince
not
shall be 7
Jesus.
weeks.
It's not Jesus we're talking about. This Messiah the prince.
And the street shall be in the wall, and then the Messiah shall be cut off.
So this prince here, this Mashiach for you guys,
So he died.
is building. No, he's building a temple. He's building your sanctuary. Okay. He then goes and he creates a 7-year peace treaty, which will be obliterated when he decides to stop the
It doesn't say the
sanctification.
Messiah, the Prince. It says the Anointed King. That's the Hebrew says Anointed King. It doesn't say the Messiah, the Prince. That's just not Hebrew. That's Christian.
Okay, but
Then-
we're reading the English here just to give the story to you behind.
I know, but I'm reading the Hebrew because to me, what you're reading, the English isn't just not real.
Okay,
It's not real.
but it's giving the
It's
same
KJV. Christians created
storyline.
it.
But it's giving you the same
No,
storyline.
no.
It literally
It
is.
isn't because
Yes, it is.
you think that's referring to the Messiah, the one that
no,
God sends at a time.
no.
But here,
The prince,
it's not
the
saying
Messiah
that.
prince is
No,
not the
no.
Messiah. We do not
So
say
who
he's the
here is the
Messiah. He's
Messiah?
the Antichrist.
Just shut up and listen.
You're saying I think he's the Messiah.
Yes, you will think he's the Messiah because he
I
brings
don't
peace.
think he's the Messiah.
He brings peace. Okay, according to you, the
Died.
Messiah brings
He-
peace. According to you, the Messiah builds the temple.
Brings eternal peace to the world. No, he didn't. He doesn't build the temple.
The Messiah doesn't help build the temple.
He's the reason why they're able to build the temple.
There we go.
He doesn't build the temple.
He helps build the
Also,
temple.
he doesn't die, and he doesn't die before his job's done. But here, he died.
Yeah, Jesus kills him actually
Where?
when he returns.
In which book does this happen?
New Testament.
So yeah,
But we're
I
reading now.
don't.
But
Like,
we're
I don't
reading
think
now.
anything in the New Testament is divine.
I know that's why I'm not
Like, nothing-
trying to bring up the
to
New
me, nothing in
Testament.
the New
But
Testament is divine.
that's why I'm not trying to bring up the New Testament. I'm
Yes,
trying to show
but
you
you're
in the
reading
Old Testament.
stuff from the New Testament into this.
I'm trying to
But you're
show
reading stuff from the
no.
New Testament into this.
I'm
and-
showing you
yeah.
Jesus
Listen.
referenced this. Okay. I'm trying to show you even
Okay,
in your
Jesus
Old
referenced
Testament.
that
I'm
the
trying
Jews think the
Just
Messiah
listen.
will die.
I'm trying to show you
Yeah,
even
I'm
in.
trying to listen here.
I'm trying to show you even
But
in
you're
your
not
Old
listening.
Testament. Okay. It prophesies the Antichrist. Okay, and it shows the Jews accepting the Antichrist as the Messiah. And this Antichrist is the one who helps build the temple, the one who helps make the 7-year peace treaty, and the one who goes and creates, goes and does the abomination of desolation, which causes the Great Tribulation. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So you guys are waiting for a Mashiach to come, but he's already come. That was Jesus. But now since you've denied him, you're still waiting for the Mashiach, and this is the Antichrist that's coming. So when you accept the Antichrist, or in your case the Mashiach, who does all these things, he is just going to, what can I say? He's going to be a backstabber. He's going to betray you guys halfway through the 7-year peace treaty. And when that happens, that's when Jesus returns. And that's when the Jews
I ask-
will flee
Yeah.
to the mountains, okay?
Can I ask you something
Yeah.
though? So, just for clarification, okay? Here, you're saying Jews believe that. So from Daniel 9:25, that it's the Messiah, the Prince, like that person there is the Antichrist. We think he's the Messiah, but he's actually the Antichrist.
Yes.
Okay. That Messiah, the Prince, will be cut off.
Yes, eventually he will. Halfway through.
So we stop believing in him.
Yes, because he's going to betray you.
Okay.
Do you understand? That's
And
all I was
a
trying
new,
to get.
and then yes, and a new king takes over, or somebody else takes over, who
Jesus.
who
When he comes for his
abolishes. Yes,
When Jesus comes
Jesus
for the millennial
abolishes sacrifice.
reign. No, that's when he betrays you, he's going the Antichrist. When he betrays you, he's going to stop the sacrifices. Do you understand? So
I
that's
thought the Antichrist was already cut off by now.
no, he's only cut off halfway through the 7 years. When he's cut off, that is when he does himself committing himself as God in the temple. That's when he
after
betrays
the
you, and that's
threescore
when
2 weeks.
that's when he's cut off.
It's after the 3 2 weeks. This Antichrist is cut off, and also like Daniel. I don't know how like the entirety of Daniel. This part is talking about the next kings that are.
You'll have to
coming,
if
the
you
next
want more.
empires
If you
that are
want to
coming.
learn more about the prince of the prince of the people that's talking about, you'll have to go to Daniel 11.
No, but the thing is, I know the next verse is like the next verse right after 27. It starts talking about Cyrus and Persia, because this is a sequence of kings and emperors.
Yes, there's kings and emperors for Gog and Magog war.
Yeah, so The idea is the prophesied king who essentially cuts off sacrifice is Antiochus Epiphanes of the Seleucid Empire.
Nope.
Did do that. It's exactly the way it happened. As a matter of fact, Antiochus fits it better than the Antichrist. Yes, now you have to prove to me that Antiochus didn't do all that. She did, and actually the perfect time with no doubts.
Yeah, I can agree he did those kind of things, but he didn't fulfill the things that need to be
Yeah,
fulfilled.
Antiochus did exactly what Daniel said would happen.
Okay, if you say so.
Right? And again, what is the Antichrist? So a false Messiah. Jews say, Deuteronomy, if somebody were to do miracles and wonders in front of you and then tell you to no longer follow the Torah, it says to not trust them for they are testing you.
Because the reason I know it's not Antiochus is because he didn't help you build a temple. You guys had a temple.
Greek.
He didn't create a false peace.
They did create a false peace before this began Hellenization. Before Hellenization, yeah, it was fine.
What?
There was a false peace there
For 7 years.
because people were indulging within the Hellenized world. That's just what happened historically, and which is
why it's saying this. But
that's not what the peace is.
It's a false peace.
That's not the peace. Indulging in Hellenism is not false peace.
Like the peace that the Jews think that the Messiah is going to bring it is where the lion lays with the lamb, like eternal, everlasting peace with God.
Well, I just want lion lays with the lamb.
Lion
so not wolf,
lion
not wolf or lamb.
Lays with the lamb. Does it say that?
It says the lion will lay with the lamb.
But it says, well, the wolf shall dwell with the lamb, not lay with the lamb. It used to be.
Lion.
I think it's a Mandela.
Yeah,
it's
I agree.
Supernatural Bible. It used to be lion and lamb, but now it's the wolf shall dwell
with the
lamb.
Yep.
Sorry, dwell with the lamb. Yeah.
So all right, the wolf shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie with the young goats, and the calf and the young lion
Because the reason we brought this up is because we always used to read it as the lion shall lie with the lamb as well.
Lion and lamb. It's actually
It's actually interesting.
It's a big one for us.
Yeah. So.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry to be rude now, but
this is the piece. I'm
sorry to be rude now, but we're gonna have to end this anyway. I really did enjoy this discussion with you.
Yes, it was very nice to speak to you.
You can always come back again, man. I think this is an awesome discussion. I'm learning some new things through you too, by the way. So.
I appreciate it. So, I try to learn as well. That's why I do these conversations, because I try to see what other people think. And because I always learned one way my entire life, and I had to look through everything else to figure it.
Blessings, man, and you're always welcome. And I just pray peace and blessings upon you.
And on to you.
So, till next time, man.
Take care.
God bless. That was really pleasant, man. PJ, any closing thoughts?
Yeah, no, it was just a good conversation. He didn't listen well in certain places, but yeah, it was a good conversation. I've learned a little bit, but it's no way is it going to change my position, that's for sure. But it was a good conversation, absolutely. And can I say to Neil? Yeah, I'm sorry, Neil, I didn't see that. I was on another page. I was sorting out my stream, so yeah, I'm all good, bro. I'm all good. It happens, these things. So I'm just going through it a bit, but just getting on with it, bro. But all's good, bro. All's good. Thanks for asking, Neil. God bless you, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I think this guy was awesome. It was the first time I've really spoken to Orthodox Jews, so it's really good. I do just wish he would be able to back up the things he says. But it is expected, though. You know what I mean? And I do respect what he believes. And we all know that it is a spiritual blindness, as the Bible says. So
that's right.
Really do like the guy. I think he was cordial. I think I learned some new things through him as well. So I'm definitely going to take that into consideration. And tomorrow is my Shabbat, guys, so I won't be live tomorrow. PJ is live.
Yeah.
And then I'll see you all Wednesday for another discussion. I must say I like this. If we can get these type of people to talk all the time, it's really a blessing. So yeah. Thanks, guys, for coming. Make sure to hit the likes if you haven't. Share the show, and yeah, stay tuned. I will be releasing my Metaphysics Mike chat with me again because he tries to take it off. It doesn't work, Mike. Anyway, till tomorrow. Wednesday. God bless. Cheers, guys. And it's ended.
Yeah, he was all right. He was all right. He was, but he had a lot of like, yeah, no, you say that it says this, and it says this, but or like what he was saying that James and Paul, didn't like each other, but